Hello, hola, ¿cómo está? Muy bien, gracias. Hello, 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 Loki. Hello, Demon Dictator. What is going on? I got a couple of surprises for us today. A couple of comedy, entertainment, and also I have Ron sent the link to the parody for South Park. I believe it was South Park on Donald Trump. Hello, Michelle. We're going to get started in about a couple of minutes. Hello out there. Hello, replay gang. I see you. Thank you for supporting me. Hello, Juanita. Hello, you guys in the bushes. This Sunday's going great. I want to go see a movie with my family later, but I don't know if there's any movies out. Hello, USA. I saw that too. He just sent a link. I don't know what's going on, Demon Dictator. What does it say? It says, there is more. There is more. And he has a little group of cronies. I shudder. No, I don't have a cold. It's like when I wake up, sometimes I think my allergies starts messing with me a little bit. Mm-hmm. Low key. Yeah, I do like Ron. He's going. Did Trevor say something? Demon Dictator. Did he have a comeback? Yeah, I like them both, low key. Oh, okay. I haven't seen anything either. So we're on the same boat. How was your neighbor yesterday? Did you guys have fun? Demon Dictator having wine? Do your neighbor know the drama that's going on with your content creator? Oh, awesome. Great. You had a good time. That's awesome, awesome, awesome. So there's a lot of whispers that Harry and Meghan are broke. Hello, Miss Twinkle. Love the name. Hello, Miss Twinkle. And welcome, Loki. Loki 2025. Like the name. Is that a kitty cat? Yes. Is he pointing? Hello, Michelle. Oh, yeah, he's got his finger up. Oh, Atlanta. ATL. Had to, oh, you're Atlanta. I had to change screen names. LOL. Understand. Okay, I think I sent it to myself. Let me get the show on the road. Oh, Larry Reid completely lied during an interview. TD Jakes has you where he wants you. Interesting. You guys remember that story about TD Jakes and Larry Reid? Well, I think Larry Reid was lying. That bump didn't house a baby. Ooh. Dan Wooden is gloves off. Guys, I got a lot to get to. It's really good. Middle fingers to the owls. I get it. To them heathens. Funny. Very, very funny. Oh, Scorpio's in the house. Give it up for Scorpio. Scorpio, everybody's going to have a membership because of you. Let's give it up for Scorpio. I told my husband about Scorpio. I said Scorpio just swoops in like a knight in shining armor and start gifting things and doing wonderful things. Thank you, Scorpio. Let's give it up for Scorpio. I'm going to be the first to put some hearts in there for him and some kisses for Scorpio. And Scorpio, give it up for Scorpio. Okay, USA was first. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Scorpio. You're a sweetheart. So if you were gifted a membership by Scorpio, make sure you put some extra hearts in the chat for him. Hello, Juanita. Hello, Carla. Hello, everyone. Scorpio just gifted 10 memberships. Scorpio just gave me another super sticker. What about that? Give it up for Scorpio in the house. Scorpio's in the house. Scorpio's in the house. All right. Scorpio's in the house. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Scorpio's in the house. Go Scorpio. Let's give Scorpio some more hearts in the chat for his lovely super sticker and supporting my channel. Thank you so, so very much. Thank you, Scorpio. Cassandra. Hello, Cassandra. Hello, Dee Dee. Yes, Scorpio. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for putting hearts in the chat for Scorpio. For me, means a lot. Hello, just Risa. Risa. Just Risa. 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 Just Risa. How are you, sweetheart? Okay, we're 10 minutes in. Scorpio's gifted 10 people memberships. Make sure you thank Scorpio for your membership and also thanks him for my super chat for me. Thank you so much, Scorpio. Got it going on. Oh, good for you. Got your Jesus on. I know that's right. Ain't nothing like having your Jesus on. So good. It's really a spiritual awakening. Give it up. Hello, highly sensitive introverts. Highly sensitive. You just want me to say it. Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Did I say it? Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Is it Edinburgh or Edinburgh? Edinburgh. 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 Hello, Dee Dee. Good to see you. Good to see you, Scorpio. Thank you so much. Hello, Lisa. Hello, hello, hello. Guys, I want to show you some entertainment news too. Oh, we are very active in our church. Love my church family, which includes any of you too. Church is more than a building. You know, I want Edinburgh. Edinburgh. Edinburgh or Edinburgh. One or two. Edinburgh. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support, the love. I do appreciate it a lot. I do have some stuff up my sleeves to talk about today. Oh, okay. Just Risa. Just Risa. I gotta check it out. I like the Beetlejuice maggot one. Was good. Don't give the good tea. No, I'm walking in silence. Yeah. Hey, put a one in the chat if you saw last night Quiet Storm's police video from Danny Robinson. That was a trip. He did not say, oh, why are you arresting me? And no, I didn't do that. He didn't deny it. When the police officer said, we're charging you for first-degree rape. Ape. God, YouTube don't play. Thank you, Scorpio, again. I can't thank you enough for being such a sweetheart. So Lisa, he said, the police said, you're being arrested for first degree rape and sexual assault. Yeah. And he knew he was guilty. He didn't say, what are you talking about? Where are you coming from? Who's done that? Who turned me in? Or who's this person, that's saying this about me? He just was like, okay, can I take my keys with me? Can I take this with me? Can I take that with me? Just in denial about the whole situation, in my opinion. It was great. He's just as ignorant as ever. It was. He just looked so guilty. You were guilty. But I'll never forget the time when he said on his channel that he would do it all again if he had the opportunity. Like, why would you do the same thing that you did that got you locked up? What an idiot. Hi, Snowdrop. So you guys did see it. What did you think? Did you think that, wow, how guilty can you be? Honey, you see my fan? Thank you. That's okay. Oh, okay. Is the air conditioner on 75? Yes. A little more. It's too many people out there that's creepy trans. Thank you, babe. Disgusting. How could he live with himself knowing that he did that to his daughter? He's just as low as you can go as a human being. Exactly. He's scum. He's really scum. I don't think he did anything wrong. I think he thinks he's justified in his behavior instead of admitting that he was wrong and did something wrong. No. Mm-mm. Yeah. And then he took $1,000 of Auntie Mickey's money and won't give it back. But she says she's not even looking for it because he's a dirtbag. He scammed her. And people do that. I've been scammed once. I gave someone, well, it wasn't that much, but it was still a lot to me at the time, $300. Yeah, he's low. How low can you go? 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 Let me share my screen. Now, for some odd reason, they are still talking about this baby bump with Meghan. Now, the cat is going to be out the bag if people keep talking about the baby bump isn't real. Now, we're going to look at the twerking video a little bit and determine if she was pregnant or was she wearing a baby bump to disguise. Cassandra says he's sickening and disgusting. He is. He's disgusting. He's nasty. You're nasty. Why would you do that to your own flesh and blood? Of course it was incest. And he did do the ejaculation. He did do that too. He is so nasty. And then trigger warning, from the back to the front. Just lost it. I don't think he lost it. I just think that's who he is. He's a predator. Do you know he was back on YouTube? Was he back on YouTube? The nerve. He is. He's doing some good videos, especially the one we watched one last night too, Demon Dictator, and it was on. It was about. What was it about? It was about divorce, and Meghan and Harry headed for divorce or broke. That was a good one. Hello, new joiners. Hello, you guys in the bushes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. No, I'm not talking about maggot today. I really don't have anything to say to or about her. So if you're in the bushes and you're waiting for me to say something about her, it's not going to happen. I really don't have anything else to say about or to her. She's a non entity. Yes, she just repeats the same thing over and over again. But try to deflect that she didn't do anything wrong. I'm innocent. And it's pathetic. She's pathetic. His daughter just had surgery when he did that to her. He was he was no remorse. He has no remorse. He didn't want Anita. He didn't have any remorse. He just sad because he got told on and got caught. What was he thinking? Blake has served a lot of content creators. Blake, who's Blake? Live Sky has been churning out videos. He's not impressed by Meghan and Harry. Oh, really? We might do one of his. Yes, did you not see the twerk video, Lisa? Lisa has not seen the twerking video. Let's show her. Yes, girlfriend, she was twerking while she was pregnant. It was really a situation. We got to show Lisa the twerking video. She hasn't seen it. All right, here we go. We can't play the music because I'll get copywritten. Yes, she was twerking with a baby bump. She was twerking and doing with the trap seduce. Twerk seduce. We did an emergency broadcast when this happened. Yes, it was breaking news. Here she go, Lisa. This is what it reads. 4 years ago today, this also happened. Both of our children were a week past their due dates. So when spicy foods, all that walking in acupuncture didn't work, there was only one thing left to do. Make a fool out of herself. I'll let you know when she get the twerking. You'll see it. Look at Harry with his robot looking self. Like Michael Jackson wannabe. Here she go. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. She gonna get in position in a minute and really bring it down. She gonna bring up her skirt, her dress. Get it, girl. Watch yourself. Don't hurt nobody. Telling Harry to bring himself back in the picture. Like a robot. This hoodie on. Doesn't look like a prince. You don't look like a prince. There it is. The twerkadoo. Did you see that, Lisa? The twerkadoo. Should have paused it. She hiked her skirt up and went down to the ground. Hello, Maureen. Hello, Elaine. I think Meghan had her dress stuffed with a blanket or something. She doesn't look pregnant. That's just my thoughts. Well, Dan Wooden wants to weigh in as well, Juanita, on this baby bump. Okay, here come the twerking part. Let me see if I can pause it. Yeah, watch yourself, watch yourself. Oh, shake it, girl, shake it. Shake what your mama gave ya. Shake what your mama gave ya. Shake what your mama gave ya. Twerk it, twerk it. Go down. Don't hurt us. There you go. Boom, 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 boom. Here come idiot again. Yep, pointing and swinging his arms like a. Okay, here it goes. Here it goes. Whoop! There's the twerk. There's the twerky do. Lisa, she was getting it in. Okay. She gained 300 to 400,000 more subscribers when she did this dance. Yep. You put her back on the Mapadoo. She was getting it in, Lisa. Lisa. She was getting it in. She pulled that skirt up and went back with it. She got a lot of backlash from it. Yep, they were calling her Hoochie Mama, and she wasn't. She's uncouth. The British really went in. Uh-oh, watch out.
Was born and the baby's birth was registered. So that's just a fact. But the fact that a baby was born doesn't mean that the baby was born, that bump housed the baby.
Wow.
Lady Colin Campbell, Grok has spoken. Now, I don't know how up you are, Lady C, on this whole AI thing and artificial intelligence, right? But Grok is the version that Elon Musk has developed within X. And it's meant to be bigger, Lady C, than any human brain. So you can ask Grok anything, right? And I use it all the time. I actually use it rather than a search engine now. It's so quick. It's so good. Don't get me wrong. Every now and then it will get something wrong, but on the whole, it's terrifying what artificial intelligence can do.
What?
Grok does the work of a human researcher in about 1/10 of the time, maybe even 1/100th of the time sometimes. And this week, and I thought this was such a brilliant idea, Lady C, it was one of our great online army, mega flop twerkers,
Hello, Elaine.
who decided to ask Grok for the first time, Lady.
Let's give it up for Elaine for becoming a member. Thank you so much. Put some hearts in the chat for Elaine. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I hope you guys enjoy the wedding video. It's my favorite. Oh, wow, really?
Colin Campbell, about the moon bump, using the famous moon bump dancing video.
Moon
and
bump
you'll see the questions.
video.
So what they did, because Grok can read pictures, it can analyze videos, all of that. So they posted this question to Grok saying, I have questions, Grok. Does this look like a real moon bump to you? Be honest.
Does it look like?
And remember, Lady
you
C,
guys in the
Grok
chat?
just comes at this from analyzing what is out there. No personal point of view. It is all automated. Here was
Wow.
Grok's answer. Honestly, the bump in this image looks unnaturally firm, high, and foldable. Traits often associated with moon bumps used in acting.
Wow.
Real late-term pregnancies typically drop lower and don't move that way.
Right.
Visual evidence from similar videos supports skepticism, although official records confirm
Sack of
the birth.
potatoes.
And Megaflop
Says
Twitter
Elaine.
just replied saying, "Thank you, Grok. Kiss."
Take a do, says highly
And I just
sensitive.
thought,
Marion,
wow.
not a real bump.
Because you can't accuse Grok, Lady C, of being a conspiracy theorist.
If you're enjoying what we're doing here on Outspoken, please consider joining our thriving community over on Substack, www.outspoken.live. You can sign up.
AI supports human observation. It's everything about that move up. Oh, please, Dan, it's so off-putting. I can't look. I mean, she looked like a filthy scrubber from in the lowest tenement in Kingston, Jamaica in the 1970s. I mean, she is a study, absolute study in that thing, in lack of dignity, lack of decorum, lack of good taste. And, you know, what I found objectionable being Jamaican was when some people said, but you're being racist if you say that, because that's what Black Americans are like. No, it's not. Most Black Americans would be far too dignified to behave like that. You know, it's her behavior. Oh, I mean, and this is a duchess.
Oh,
Please.
this is a duchess.
No, I think that's a very good point. I just found
No,
it
it
really
isn't.
interesting, Lady C, the fact that actually Grok just looks at all the evidence and is like, yeah, this is a moon bump. And very soon, you see this type of AI is actually going to be more powerful than a million human brains. So I thought, look, you can't say it's categorical. And of course, they gave the caveat at the end, but the official records show that the baby was born. But I think surely this means that at least there should be more investigation. I mean, why is it that the MSM is so afraid to even touch the story, to even ask the question?
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is a baby was born and the baby's birth was registered. So that's...
Let's give it up for Dee Dee becoming a new member. Thank you, Dee Dee, for becoming a new member. I appreciate that. Let's put some hearts in the chat for Dee Dee for me. And I will start them off. Thank you, Dee Dee, for becoming a member of the family. Welcome. Oh, that's better. I got my little blue star back. Yes. 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 If you get a star next to your name, that's a good thing. Pay attention to those stars. Oh, I see, Dee Dee. Dee Dee's been a member. It just lapsed. Thank you, Dee Dee. Smash that like button, guys.
Just a fact. But the fact that a baby was born doesn't mean that the baby was born, that bump housed the baby. And there's so much speculation, and there's so many queries about not only the bump itself and its movements, but her ability to function the way she was functioning at that time. That rather than clear up the speculation, she has increased it. And I've said time and again, and I'm going to repeat it again, You know, if Meghan and Harry want to clear up the speculation, all they need to do is provide the medical evidence that
Pretty
all
tough.
other royal mothers have provided, namely that that baby came out of her body. As simple as that. There are doctors involved. Every other royal birth has been signed off by the doctors. There's no need to have this speculation. So it couldn't be simpler. Just provide the incontrovertible medical proof. And in the absence of that, and also look at her in that picture. You know, you notice her bust is very undeveloped for somebody who's about to be lactating, and the baby bump, which would have at that stage after birth been below the waistline, is underneath her rib cage. Meghan's body has really performed in the most unique way.
That's one way of putting it. Lady C, another
Dropping like it's hot.
conspiracy theory, and you know, I don't use that term because I think conspiracy theories are just a fact a few years before everyone else in the world knows they're a fact. But this was always described as a conspiracy theory when people like you and me said Meghan Markle was planning to leave the British royal family for years before she did. And there's a whole lot of evidence
before she
for that.
Even was in there.
But
it is a whole bunch of evidence to that point that she wanted to leave before she even became the Duchess of Sussex. She was already planning her exit from the royal family. She just wanted the title. She just wanted the prestige. She just wanted the notoriety. Then she uprooted her family to California, and Harry had to turn down his throne. And she allowed it. A real woman would have been like, no, you need to keep this. This is something that was given to you at birth. This is your birthright. You need to help your brother. Let's stay here and support him and his wife. None of that had went down. She was too busy thinking about her own self. Me. When you start thinking about yourself, you forget to think about others and how it affects others. But you don't care because you're too busy trying to hurt that person.
I love the fact that these lip readers, I don't know if you've seen this, Lady C, but we can watch it now. These lip readers have worked out that in 2018, at an official royal event, Meghan was speaking to Harry about leaving the royal family. Watch.
Sound like it would hurt.
Said in a conversation at a remembrance service in 2018. Meghan leans into Harry, and I believe that she's saying, take advantage of the situation. And then she pauses and just looks around and turns back to Harry. And he responds back to her and says, today.
This is utterly explosive.
What?
All the lip readers have uncovered here is, well, it's history in the making.
Meghan is now directing the conversation in a way that she appears to be instructing him. She asks to say to him, do it tonight. And she looks away as if she's visualising a scenario unfolding, and she's processing what she just said. Harry leans into Meghan and goes on to say, you do realise that this is the end. And Meghan responds, yes, I do know.
The conversation that they are having is really intriguing. When I think of what happened only a couple of years later, they stepped back as working royals in 2021.
What did you think of that, lady?
Wow. She was planning and plotting. Scorpio has... Layla T. Shadidi, shout out to you. Wonderful chat. You all have me laughing so much. Thank you all. Thank you, Scorpio, for the super chat. You are the reason why I have a big check this month. Okay, I just want you to know that. Those were the hearts for Dee Dee. Sorry, I didn't hit click. Thank you, Scorpio. Again, you are the reason, the main reason why I have such a big check this month. Thank you. And next month. Thank you so much. Thank you so very much for your kindness. Thank you so much for your generosity. Thank you, Scorpio. Let's put some hearts in the chat for Scorpio, because Scorpio is showing out once again today with his super chats, super stickers, and his membership gifts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I totally appreciate it. Let's give it up for Scorpio. Give it up for Scorpio. Thank you, Scorpio. Some hearts in the chat for Scorpio for me. And some roses and some kisses, virtual kisses. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Scorpio. She just wanted to minimize the royal family, monetize the royal family. Do you see her and Harry having this conversation about leaving? Let's do it tonight. Now, you know, if we do it, it's forever. We can't come back. It's a done deal, and you're ready to deal with the consequences, Meghan. So that goes to show you that it wasn't Harry's idea. It was all Meghan's idea. It was all her doing. It was all her planning and plotting to get over here and have a Netflix a Netflix deal and a Spotify deal, all these deals, and couldn't hang on to them. She failed at every level when it came to plotting and planning to leave the royal family. Plotting and planning. Plotting and planning. Oh, just Risa. Risa. Interesting. Thank you, Scorpio. I can't thank you enough for being so kind to me. Is this when she climbed over the church seat to make sure she was close to William? I don't know if she did that. Snowdrop, interesting. But isn't this something that she's whispering in Harry's ear, or whispering to him, telling him, let's do it tonight. It's time to go. And he's trying to stall. Hello, Ziggy Lee Chick with the crown. I like Scandalous Media too. They do stuff on her outfit choices. Yes. Marine, Meghan is cunning and devious. Harry was happy to jump on board her crazy train. He was happy to jump on there. You're absolutely right, Marine. Sorry, my voice is so deep today. I may be losing it a little bit. I know, Dee Dee. Isn't Scorpio such a sweetheart? Too kind. Thank you, Ziggy Lee. Someone said last night I chat too much. No, you're good. I like that you chat. I like that you have something to say. You can talk about anything you want to talk about in this chat, just Risa. Like the dimwit Harry could think of anything for himself. He couldn't think for himself. Nope. They were ready to go. They were ready to jump ship. She was done with all of it.
I don't think any of it is a surprise, actually. And I think the surprise, if anything, is that it was picked up and that it's now come to light.
Scam.
I mean, there's
to leave.
been no doubt for some considerable length of time.
Ziggy Lee, she didn't scam. She didn't plot or whatever you're trying to say. What are you saying? Snowdrop, William fixing his scarf too. LOL. I remember that moment. He was ignoring her. So tough. She did it to get in front of Sophie and Edward. Yes, she rudely pushed the seats away so vigorously. So vulgar. Wow. Hello, Bad. Happy Sunday, Lady Letitia and everyone. The English women football soccer team just won the European Cup, beat Spain on penalty shutouts. Was there? Oh, good. Congratulations, England women's football soccer team. Congrats. And one of Ralph's who thinks she's my mom and tells me where I can chat. No. Who is that? Risa. Sorry, I keep getting your name wrong, but I do correct myself. Harry is a simpleton, says Maureen, and Meghan has played him like a fiddle. Ding, 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 ding. Yep, she promised him the world. She promised him a better life in the United States. She told him it was going to be better over there, and then he didn't have to work for the firm anymore, and then she would make some money for them, and they would live happily ever after. She is not a billionaire. She's living above her means. I agree. Anybody seen Lizzie? I haven't seen Lizzie today. England ladies win the Euros, beating Spain on penalties. Oh, Euros. Oh, she will be excited. She was there with William. Oh, wow. Maybe we'll be able to see some highlights. Double D. Who's Double D? Letitia, what woman or anyone wasn't taught to have a plan B, a backup plan? My parents certainly did. What do you mean a backup plan for what? Why does she need her backup plan to go to the UK, to America? Yeah, everybody has a plan B, but her plan B was always plan A. She was always finna leave. She had planned that from the beginning. If she could have left right after the wedding, that would have been right up her alley. Nope, she never wanted to be in the UK, and she's never going back to the UK. And I don't believe that plan B, A didn't work for her. She just didn't want plan A. My shadow, who liked to spread lies on me and tell when and where I am. Welcome, Dee Dee. Oh, Letitia. Now the men are in which she went about it. The blatant lying and attempts to disgrace the majesty as well as the royal family in a country that she betrothed herself. Devilish. Hello, Andrea. Okay, I know this is a stupid question, but what is GTSY? Darcy Diamond didn't really want to type it. She told me here once I was not welcome and said this was not her channel. Oh, Darcy. I hope you ladies can get along because I like little Darcy and I like you too, Teresa. Oh, yes, she did, Ziggy Lee. She did too plan on leaving when she got there. She never planned to stay there. How I know is because she invited all those celebrities that she was going to meet after she got after the wedding, after she left the UK. She planned that from the onslaught slot. She planned that before they got married. She was talking to Netflix and Spotify them on an early basis because as soon as she came over here, they finalized the deal. Nope, she planned this from the get go. Sorry, Ziggy Lee. Oh, no, I don't think she ever planned to stay in the UK. Because, like she said, why give something if you don't give something for 5 years? Then why do it for 5 minutes? She didn't even give it a year and a half. She only gave it a year and a half, and then she was out of there. And you know what's confirming that she was ready to go, and Plan B was always Plan A, because she's sitting here talking to Harry and telling him, "Let's get ready to tell everybody tonight that that we're about to leave and go do our own thing." She promised him something. She promised Harry that she was going to give him a better life in the United States and that we should leave. It was her decision to separate Harry from his family, and lie and say that she was going to hit the ground running. No, it is her. Harry didn't know anything about the United States. He doesn't know anything about being over here and trying to you okay, just Risa? Yeah, she started connecting with Oprah before the wedding. That's right, Snowdrop. And she said, "Let's wait. It's too soon to do an interview. You got to wait on the interview, Oprah. But I will give you the exclusive as soon as I get out of here." And see, Demon Dictator thinks she got kicked out. Well, I believe Meghan would have made that known if she had got kicked out. That would have been just like the racist part. They kicked me out. They didn't want me over there. Yes, but she wanted to connect with them in person. Look how she connected with Oprah. Look how she connected with George Clooney when she left. Was mooching off of them, wanted to get on their private planes. I heard that they run from her when the people that have private planes, because she's always asking to use their plane. It didn't work out. So now she needs to go back. Now she needs to figure out what the hell went wrong, which was her, and regroup. She's out there bad now. She always planned to leave and cash in on those titles. She's truly debacle. Yeah, she did. She went on the Wendy Williams show when they were dating, trying to get a job with Wendy Williams as a backup plan. She has to save something for her book. Her book is going to be a big liar fest. Her book is going to be a big liar fest. And if she says that in her book, who would believe her at this point? Who would believe her? Oh, yes, she would. She would love for people to know that the queen kicked her out. They never wanted her. The queen didn't even want me there. She didn't want me in the castle. She didn't want me around William and Catherine. She didn't want me around her. That's another ticket for her to use. I thought someone said
That
that
Meghan
private jet
controls Harry.
because they went over there to hang out with them and they sent their jet to pick them up. Let me just confirm. It says, yes, George Clooney has a private jet. So I just looked it up. I know I'm not crazy. Ziggy Lee, he does have one. I just Googled it. I think she had a tantrum because she couldn't have her own way and stormed off in a huff. Well, she did that on a daily basis with those aides, Carla. Yeah, I read the book Spare. It was hard to finish. It was hard to start. It was hard to finish. It reminded me of the Oprah interview. Oh, you watched the reviews. The reviews were brutal. But nothing explains the hatred they have. They are destroying the family for a reason. Yeah, because of Meghan's branding. She came over here to brand herself, to be a Hollywood elite, to be Oprah Winfrey 2.2. The Wendy Williams job interview was years before Harry. It wasn't that long before Harry. I think it was during their dating. That's what Oprah Winfrey said. Let me look. Honey, are you in the room? Okay. What was it again? Okay. March 8, 2021, on March 7, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle groundbreaking interview with Oprah. Wendy Williams hits back at Meghan Markle wanted to work for Wendy Williams when she applied to be one of her models on the Wendy Williams show. Wendy Williams mentioned that Meghan came to the show to work as a model, but she did not get the job. This was before Meghan became a well-known actress, and it highlights her early attempts to enter entertainment industry. Oh, okay. So maybe it was way before. The truth about Meghan Markle trying to get a job with Wendy Williams. Well, we all start somewhere. Yeah, they step down like idiots. Prior to marrying into the royal family in 2018, Meghan was best known for her role in Suits. In July 2019, Wendy Williams claimed that she was crossed paths with Meghan Markle on set, as reported by Page Six. Williams told audience members during an episode of her show that Meghan came here to be one of her models back in the day. Okay, it was back in the day. They wouldn't even hire her. That's a shame. Maybe she didn't have the body for it. It's interesting, but you have to remember the bias. He is a co-owner, but I hear you. People are judged by their character, not the color of their skin. I like that, Marine. I did too. I listened on Audible too.
And that she dominates him, and that she has been setting the agenda where they are concerned, where their relationship is concerned, and the direction it would take. And Meghan, as I pointed out in my book, Meghan inherited the Red Story in the 2020 version as well as the 2024 edition. Meghan never gave up her manager, her lawyer. She never gave up any of the people that she would have ordinarily been expected to give up, had she intended to fulfill her offer to the Queen of becoming a working lawyer. Because remember, Meghan was given a choice by the Queen to continue in her acting career. And Meghan is not the only actress in the royal family. There's Lady Frederick Windsor, Sophie Winkleman, and nobody stopped her from acting. And she is a totally incorporated and fully accepted member of the family. And she never puts a foot wrong.
She
so
was
the fact that Meghan was
when she
given
met
this
Harry.
offer
Yes,
is not that
that's true.
extraordinary, and certainly not unique. But she declined it. Why did she decline it? Because Meghan's ambition was to become a businesswoman.
Yeah,
as
entrepreneur,
her
a
manager
brand
said at the time, Meghan is ultimately a businesswoman above all else. And with Meghan, it's all about money and attention. If she basically needs both.
Meghan was never a known.
She knew that
exactly
she felt. But let me rephrase. She knew that
even though she was on Suits, she wasn't a known actress. I didn't know who she was until I researched her after Harry, and even then, I still didn't know what the hell Suits was because I'd never watched it. What about Harry putting cream on his frozen Dodger? I bet that was a cringe in audio. Don't forget, Meghan cured world hunger and raised the dead with her letter to PNG. Yeah, his mother's cream at that. Hello, Tropical Live. Hello, my lady. Oh, I'm here 62 minutes after the live started. No notification. I'm cooking and listening. What are you cooking, Tropical Life? I want to give it up for Scorpio again for all the super chats and super stickers out there. Scorpio, thank you so much for the support and love for supporting my channel. Okay.
She not married Harry, she was going to have a problem in terms of acting because she was being written out of Suits. She knew that. And she knew that at the age of 40, she had never had a proper starring role as the romantic heroine that she would have liked to have been, the true love interest in a movie. She knew that. And so she was able to decline the Queen's offer, knowing her weakness in terms of the possibility of true stardom.
But first, let's be honest, finding a doctor who isn't just parroting big pharma talking points, practically impossible these days. But one that at the end of our royal interview, we will actually
commercialize her royal status. And she tried to do it while she was in the royal family. And she was forbidden from doing it. And then she decided to leave. And so there's no surprise. My take on it is that she went into the royal family intending to commercialize. And when she discovered that she was able to commercialize the way she wanted, she thought she would do half in, half out, and that she would present them with
half
a
in
company,
and half
and that
out.
she would make the announcement, which she made in January 2020. I remember.
Oh, Heather!
That they were leaving and standing down as members of the royal family to pursue financial independence, but to remain half in, half out. That's what the basic statement said, and that's what it meant. The wording was slightly different, but that was certainly the meaning. And the Queen got a King of Arms to inform her by informing the world that she couldn't be half in and half out. And
half
it's
in and half out. Remember
that things went south.
Remember, she wanted to be half in and half out.
And belly up.
She wanted the perks. She wanted the institution. She wanted all the frivolous pageantries and all that, the money and stuff that comes with being a royal. But she didn't want to be a royal. So she told them she would be half in and half out. And they told her that this ain't no half-time job. This is a full-time family position that you married into. And you knew what you were doing before you decided to get married to Harry. She could have easily said, well, you know what? I still want to pursue my life as an actress. I still want to pursue Hollywood dreams and goals. So, Harry, I don't think I can marry you because I'm on a different trajectory. She didn't do that. She was selfish and only thought about her own needs when she met Harry. She wasn't thinking about him, how she was going to be this loving, caring wife for him. No. She used him. She used him for his royal connections that she can't forgot what I was going to say.
And up until then, she and Harry were perfectly willing to serve the monarchy.
Yep.
By their own account, half in, half out.
In and half out.
They would have been perfectly happy doing that.
Yeah,
as long as they were allowed to make money for the rest of the time in the United States of America. And it's when Garter told them, no, you can't do that.
You can't.
They discovered how miserable they were in the royal family. But had they been allowed to be half in, half out, you wouldn't have had any of these complaints. They'd have been swanning around, oh, we're so wonderful, we're so royal. And remember, you've got to call me ma'am, and you've got to curtsy to me, because I'm a princess, I'm royal. Which, because this is what she does, right? She tells me call her ma'am, and she expects to be courtesy to marry certain people. And she also keeps on telling people she's a princess. So I rest my case there.
No, very, very well put. Lady C, I've just got to ask you about Princess Delphine of Belgium. I believe you know this quite interesting woman who is the love child of the former Belgian King, Albert II.
Love child.
But I have to say, I didn't like her comments this week on the It's Raining Men podcast, where she said of Prince Harry that she feels like he's been bullied by the public. She said, I feel very sorry for Harry because I think that was traumatic for him, speaking about Princess Diana's death. I think Harry has suffered so much. He was traumatized and it's coming out now. He's just traumatized. And so he's doing these things and everyone is just bullying him, but not thinking about his trauma.
No,
and I just find it terrible.
Who's bullying him?
As someone who knows Princess Delphine.
Well, Delphine and I used to have friends in common and go to parties together in the 70s.
Not being bullied.
In the 90s. In the late 80s,
Hold on, I want to show
90s,
you guys.
early 2000s.
Breaking today, Denise Welch, the loose women's star, the mother of 1975 singer Matt Healy, is still doing the bidding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle in a very dishonest manner, now going on American primetime television,
not a job.
the show on Bravo, Watch What Happened Live with Andy Cohen, to suggest completely incorrectly that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are being bullied. And that is the reason for the negative treatment in the mainstream media. Now, I've got a lot to say on this. So too does Brittany from the Royal News Network. Neither of I have watched this clip yet. I'm just assuming that it's going to make me angry. So we'll see it at the same time as you and react. Okay, Brittany, let's watch. If you're enjoying what we're doing here on Outspoken, please consider joining our thriving community over on Substack, www.outspoken.live. You can sign up completely for free, but Substack is so important to me. It is a free speech platform. It protects me from big tech cancellation. Plus, you get to communicate directly with me. Head on over www.outspoken.live, enter your email address, and sign up today.
I just think that the amount of bullying by the press, British and American, that woman gets. Remember, she was in those rooms, a lot of them, you know, as a young Black American woman. She had a big voice in UNICEF and in the United Nations. She was in a lot of those rooms before Harry. And I just kind of try to fly the flag a bit. You've got to remember that this is a boy who was, you know, was forced at 12 years old to walk behind his mother's coffin. You know, his dad had been unfaithful, and he grew up in that world. And I think for him to want to say his piece is something quite admirable. And so I kind of think that they're in love. He's never been unfaithful to her. You know, the abuse she got for saying that she was mentally ill.
She said he's never been unfaithful to her. Should he be? First of all, she's talking rubbish. Harry is not being bullied. Harry's being informed. People are telling Harry he's an idiot for leaving his home, for following this Jezebel to America. Yeah, she's a little off, Demon Dictator. What's the name of the town? Well, you don't have to tell me. I live in Texas too, Jesserisa. She's 40. That's not young. Sorry, I got caught up in an email. Oh, I know how that can be. Slap her. I bet he has been unfaithful to her. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Got caught up one night, and there it is. Oh, she's a Sussex squad. Squatty. Interesting. Oh, wow. You guys don't like her at all.
I suffered severe postnatal depression, hospitalized after I had Matthew. So I really empathize and sympathize with somebody who was open about that, and she got ridiculed and hated. It's like, what has she really done?
Right.
You know? And every single
You have to ask, what have she done? That was a stupid question. Oh my God, what have she done? What haven't she done? She's a bully. Let's start there. She's a narcissistic bully, mean, corruptive, manipulator. She's done a lot. She blamed the royal family and said that they were racist when she lied about that. Mac was trying to say that it was unconscious bias, and she really didn't say that they were racist. Yes, she did. She implied, she insinuated, and so did her mom on the Netflix show. It's pure racism. I went off grid for a few days while in Africa recently. Oh, really? Wasn't Denise unfaithful to her husband? Really? When did Meg claim to have PND? In fact, didn't Meg mock Catherine, who was postnatal at the time? That's true. Snowdrop. But the kicker is, what have she done? What have they done? Please, first of all, they want to be rich, and they want to be, not that they've done anything, not that that's a bad thing, okay? But what I'm saying is that they wanted this privacy. We want privacy. We want privacy. And then, but they come out with twerking videos and leaking videos and saying and doing all this stuff behind the in front of us, and we don't supposed to react to what she's doing. We don't have a comment about her Instagram page. We don't have a comment about an out fashion choice that she decided to wear. What is she talking about? She treated her first husband so badly. Wow. Meghan did too.
Now, I have known Denise Welsh for years, Brittany, so this is not personal against me and Denise. We disagree on a lot of issues, but we have been friends in the past. We have been colleagues in the past. We also agreed on a lot of issues. But Denise Welsh needs to wake up here, because what she is now doing is spreading propaganda on behalf of
Denise
Meghan,
the journalist?
when actually she needs to, if she really does care about people's mental health, like she claims she does, if she really is a champion for those with mental health issues, Brittany, she needs to think about the people who Meghan Markle has bullied.
Exactly.
What about all of the accounts of the Sussexes?
Exactly. If you're all about mental health, what is she? What is her title? What does Denise Welsh do? Is she a journalist? She is and has been trying to make herself noticed. Yeah. Oh, she's an actress. This woman trashes the royal family, slagging Princess Catherine off regarding the Mother's Day photo. Wow. Her title is Slapper. Why, Snowdrop? Okay, guys, let's get back.
Survivors Club, Brittany, of people who have actually ended up in rehab, have had psychological difficulties, have struggled to return to their normal life because of the treatment dished out at the hands of Meghan Markle. What about that, Denise? And to also suggest for a single second that the reason that Meghan Markle was treated in the way she was by the royal family was in any way because of her skin color, I'm sorry, I actually think that makes you a bit of a traitor to this country.
Yeah, it does.
Because maybe if you were saying that back in 2020, I could at least think, okay, you've sort of been a little bit brainwashed, and a lot of the woke mind virus media is sort of going with this. But at this point, Brittany, actually, I think there has to be something quite fundamental inside you that really hates what our royal family is about. Because how at this point can you have read the accounts in Hollywood Reporter, in Vanity Fair, in publications like Newsweek and the Daily Beast, and even the New York Post, which for many years I would argue were propagandists for Prince Harry and Meghan, and still believe that there is any aspect of disinformation or any aspect of racism driving this coverage? So I'm sorry, I really think Denise Welsh is being highly irresponsible here.
Well, I think she definitely needs to actually read publications, read Valentine Lowe's book, read his whole series on the bullying allegations against Meghan, and then we have what we have in the Hollywood Reporter. She obviously has never done any research and has listened to a couple of voices and is just repeating propaganda. And at this point, given all that we know over the past 7-8 years since Meghan Markle entered the public stage, we know that everything she's saying is completely and utterly a lie. It's part of a narrative Meghan Markle concocted that most people now just dismiss at this point. Given all that we have seen over the last several years, the constant reports, the constant staff turnovers, everything that we've seen has shown that Meghan Markle is the problem. It has nothing to do with the color of her skin and everything to do with the content of her character. The royal family was thrilled that she was marrying in and ushering a bit of diversity of thought and opinion. The British people were thrilled. Meghan Markle is the one who killed all that momentum because she's so egotistical that she wanted everything for herself. And for people to continue to repeat Meghan's propaganda is just very frustrating, but it shows them to be very ignorant as well. And it's not really a pleasant place to be as a public figure when you just look that particularly ignorant. And basically everybody is aware of who Meghan Markle is at this point. She's not fooling anyone except for the self-deluded.
Yeah, totally, Brittany. I really do agree. Harry, Meghan's spare, very good X account has broken down what Denise Welch said. I just want to go through it with you, Brittany, but feel free to chip in or we can discuss it at the end. So she says, let's break it down. The press isn't bullying her. Reports are based on her actions.
You want to go
her actions are what has driven so much criticism, which is 90% self-inflicted. If she would stop constantly lying and scheming, the narrative would shift and we wouldn't be here. Her role at UNICEF wasn't significant. She was a minor figure, barely notable, not headline material. Totally correct.
Yes,
Harry is, I mean, like, seriously,
that was
right?
a total lie. I was like, what are you talking about? She did one speech.
Totally, as any D-list celebrity gets asked to do, right? Not a big deal. Then, this is the more controversial one, right? Because this gets down to Harry and his mental health. But Harry, Meghan sphere, right? Harry is not the only boy who had to walk behind his mother's coffin. This lame excuse for his actions is appalling. Has Prince William cashed in on his family, badmouthed them, or lied about them? No. Again, I think a completely fair point. Then in terms of...
Harry's a man now, by the way. He's not a boy anymore. He's a man. Stop talking about him like he's a boy. It sort of ignores his own actions and go, oh, he's just a child. You can't blame him. It's like, no, he's a grown man in his 40s now. Like, we need to stop with this boy nonsense.
Totally.
He's grown up. William's completely mature, has none of these issues. It's Harry being immature. And so let's talk about him as if he's a man now, because that's what he is.
Because obviously,
man with children.
Yeah, because a lot of people do go through trauma. No one's taking away from that trauma, but of course, it's about how you deal with it. And then remember the other point that she made was, of course, being critical of Charles. And what Harry, Meghan Spears says, Charles was not the only unfaithful partner in the Wales' marriage. That's been proven repeatedly. Let's not pretend otherwise. Harry doesn't want to say his piece. He wants money. That's all this is about, money. They've depleted their pockets, and now all Harry has left is squirming his way back on his father's payroll.
Everybody
and
thinks
again, Brittany, that is a point that you have made. You know, so much of this does come back to money and to moolah. And she goes on to say, what has Harry never been unfaithful to Meghan have anything to do with anything? Completely irrelevant. Meghan didn't receive, and we don't know. We assume.
We don't know.
And she said, Meghan didn't receive abuse for saying she was mentally ill. People saw right through her and called her out. The real abuse was her treatment of the royal family, especially the Queen, Prince Philip and Princess Catherine. She asked, what has she really done? Boy, oh boy, she's clueless. The list is long for those who know the history of people like this woman who only see the surface that paint Meghan as a saint she isn't. And I mean, Brittany, if you just think about that final point, what has she done? I mean, I think you argue if you're a monarchist and a royalist, as we
you're
both
out
are,
of your mind.
what she has done, we can quite clearly document this
now?
with Denise Welch through a whole series of examples. What she has done is try to bring down the British monarchy, and she's done it on a lie. And I think that is what is most disturbing and also what is most unforgivable.
No, be
nice. I don't know
nice.
if you agree, but it's like she spread a lie about there being a racist at the heart of the royal family, about the entire institution being racist. We later learned, because she leaked it to Omid Scobie via who knows, but certainly it got to him via her team, because we know that they had been cooperating on all of his books, that those two royal racists were the current king and the future queen.
Yes. She propagated all of this based on a lie. And it was a lie that really worked at the time, especially, you know, in the Oprah Winfrey interview in 2021, she was capitalizing off BLM the previous summer. And so she inflamed a tension that sort of already existed and made it worse. I would feel, especially in the United States, I can't speak exactly to the environment in the UK on the issue of race, but definitely in the United States, she very, I think, in a very ugly way, manipulated people's emotions on that topic to serve herself. And it was something that was completely and utterly untrue. She had no evidence to this, but of course she got Oprah Winfrey to go all on this and everything and tried to smear her in-laws in the most despicable fashion. People who don't engage in the media like Meghan does, who can't really defend themselves in the same way. And what we've seen over the years is that although Meghan has made those allegations, Harry tried to walk them back a year later, which was like absolutely insane, or a year or two later, that people now just disregard what she says. And what she has done as well is make accusations of racism less believable to some in some ways, because she made them erroneously. And Susan Hussey, that whole situation with her kind of got blown out of proportion as well. And so Meghan has really tried to smear and damage the monarchy in order to serve herself for the sole purpose, I think, of money. I think money is always what has motivated Meghan. That's all she cares about. And she has no desire to serve the British people, understand the history and the heritage of the family that she married into. And I just think that's absolutely despicable. And as an American, I feel like nobody ever wants an American to marry into a royal family again, because she has done such a catastrophic job of representing America.
Sorry, Brittany, you don't have a good rep, because it's like it's not even like you can say, okay, well, let's and by the way,
it's not
American women. I absolutely adore you. You're my faves. So do not think for a second that I do not want another American woman in the royal family, because I absolutely do. But all I'm saying is that the track record isn't great, because of course you've got Meghan Markle and you've got Wallace Simpson. So it's like, my God, we need a good American. We need a good American next time. It's just been very, very bad luck. But the thing, yes, very true. Very, very true. Love Grace Kelly. But Brittany, the thing that's really interesting is that I do feel like Andy Cohen and Denise Wash, it's like they're out on a limb now, okay? Because the reputation that Meghan Markle now experiences in Hollywood, especially after what's happened with Netflix, is so toxic. And Spotify too. It's like she had to go to Lemonada Media. And then the one podcast project launched with Lemonada Media, which is The Confessions of a Female Founder, cancelled after one series. So it's like, usually in a case like this, after signing such a massive deal, there would be pieces appearing saying, okay, but you know, this new streamer might be interested, or this old media channel might be interested, or this newspaper might be interested. But there's been none of that, Brittany, because no one wants to sign her. It is an astonishing fall from grace.
It really is. I think you could do a whole thing on the rise and fall of Meghan Markle. And what has been sort of, you could say, fascinating in some ways is that, yes, nobody is interested in her individually, her talent, her presence, her charisma, or anything like that. Nobody's interested in that. The only reason I think any Hollywood specters are sort of hanging around her, including maybe Netflix for a first look deal, is all they want to do is capitalize off the divorce. That is all I think anybody is interested in from her at this point. She's done 2 podcasts, both were awful. They've done 5 series for Netflix. One was successful, and again, trading off the royals. Everything else was a disaster pretty much. You could say With Love Meghan was mid, but anybody hanging around with them right now, all they're wanting is for misery. They just want to capitalize off the divorce, and probably by extensions in some ways off their family. And that's the situation Harry and Meghan have set up. Like, they want to protect their children so much, but they didn't actually create good content to support their family going forward. And now the only thing they have to fall back on is their family dynamic. And so we will see more of the kids. We will see probably a divorce sometime in the future, and that will all be streamed at some point on some sort of channel, probably under Meghan's direction. And so if Harry's not looking at that in the future, considering that, he definitely should be, because Meghan, again, she needs a way to make money.
In my chat, we all
the thing is that I do feel, when you think about the whole divorce thing, yes, there will be some organizations that are interested. It's certainly a big publisher. But like, it's really interesting that it has emerged last week, that deal that the King signed with Netflix to do this documentary with Idris Elba, which is being released next year, I believe, probably wouldn't have happened if there was still going to be an ongoing association between Meghan and Netflix. So I do think a lot of these big companies will just not want to touch Harry and Meghan now for a whole load of reasons. But if you look at some of their allies in Hollywood who know the showbiz game too, there's been such a change in mood. And I thought it was summed up very well by Perez Hilton this week. And, you know, Perez Hilton, self-proclaimed Queen of Hollywood, but for a long time, Brittany, a supporter of Meghan Markle. But watch him now. But first, this episode of Outspoken is brought to you by Manscaped, the global leader in men's lifestyle and grooming. And
While Meghan Markle blinds us with wine and her other elusive wares that are always sold out, the grim spectre of financial reality is casting a dark cloud over the big spending Sussexes' sunny paradise, a gathering storm that could point to marital trouble ahead. First rule of relationships: cash-strapped couples struggle to stay together. Watch this space. With forlorn Harry travelling the globe alone in search of the lost popularity he's desperate to regain, money-mad Meghan is now being seen as the family breadwinner. Okay, fine. But is the difficult Duchess bringing in even nearly enough bread? Especially now that exasperated TV bosses have said...
Is she making enough money to support her family? Is she, put a 1 in the chat if you think that Meghan is making enough money to support her family now that Netflix has dropped her? Because it was her idea to come to the United States in the first place. She the one promised him this big, lovely adventure being in California and being richy rich with Oprah because they're royalty. But I believe their dreams have fallen apart. Hello, CCG. Okay, let's back up off of Reza, guys. She's just here visiting and hanging out. No, we do. Number 1. And if you guys, there's a button on the side. If you don't want to listen to someone in the chat, you can block them from looking at their comments. That way everybody can get along. Moving back. What is going to happen? Sorry, I made a hit pause. Okay. What are they going to do about their finances now? What are they going to do about the job situation? Because Harry can't get a job. And Meghan, she's tried to do everything. Meet Me by the Lake hasn't produced anything. Her Rose Wine hasn't produced anything. Her Archie Well Foundation isn't producing anything and giving away charity stuff. Yeah.
Sensationally pulled the plug on the $100 million Netflix deal that promised so much and produced so little. The Duke and Duchess's hopes of renewing their lucrative contract in September are officially dead after their 2 most recent shows turned into toweringly terrible TV turkeys. Harry's tawdry horse-based docusoap Polo was an unwatchable disaster, plummeting to a catastrophic 3,436 in the Netflix charts. Meanwhile, Ms. Markle's excruciatingly old-fashioned home cooking drivel with Love Meghan failed to make the top 300, limping in at a humiliating 383rd. Even ancient episodes of Ms. Markle's long-ago legal drama Suits fared considerably better. In showbiz terms, the Sussexes are a pair of past-it mega-flops. Make no mistake, the less-than-dynamic duo have tanked in Hollywood and fallen from grace on an epic scale. After they stopped pouring buckets of venom all over King Charles and his family, it soon transpired they had nothing of interest left to offer. The Oprah interview branding the British royals racists, the nasty Netflix series dismissing bemused Brits as slave drivers, and Harry's horrible book Spare were their commercial high points. But their short-term success story soon dissolved into long-term failure. When they don't dish out the spite, they don't do the business. And here's the problem. The preposterous pair's rancid reserves of mean-minded malice have run out, and so have the ill-gotten gains they generated, an unsavory source of income that has dramatically dried up. Now, all they have to look forward to is the mysterious commercial venture the unworldly prince says he's set to launch next spring. What will it be? With the dim Duke's dubious track record for dazzling brilliance, I think it's probably wise that we manage our expectations. You know, not get too excited, temper our emotions. Let's hope it's not a hair care product, because apart from a few remaining ginger strands clinging on for all they're worth, he hasn't got any hair. Oh well, but back to Netflix, where one executive side, this deal is dead. Meghan had everything going for her: name, platform, press, but the numbers were dismal. Former editor of the American edition of OK magazine, Rob Shooter, added, "The interest just isn't there anymore. They went from buzzy to background noise," and it's true. Harry and Meghan are fast becoming an irrelevance, far away and forgotten amid their escalating private battle to find the $4 million a year it costs to maintain their billionaire lifestyle and their massive Montecito mansion. Will Meghan's strange dried flower scam jam and wine company, as ever pay the bills? Somehow, I doubt it. Nevertheless, we learn that Mr. and Mrs. Sussex have no plans to leave America and return to Britain. But as their problems stack up and the directionless Duke and his scheming Duchess stare into the economic abyss, is their royal romance strong enough to weather these increasingly turbulent times? I'm in no doubt, and I've always said, that Meghan Markle will never set foot in little old England again. But after the embarrassing shambles of the recent peace talks destroyed even the slenderest chance of a reconciliation with his British family, will Harry consider going solo? The King's clan will have nothing more to do with Meghan. They can't bear her. But on his own, perhaps they can forgive her hapless husband for the grave mistake they believe he made. Disillusioned and depressed in distant California, could the lonely Duke consider coming home alone? Are the signs already there that after his American dream became a nightmare, Harry is regretting all that has happened since Meghan persuaded him to turn his back on his life of regal privilege and walk with her into the wilderness? Now that the novelty of the Megxit adventure has withered and died, along with the opportunities it brought, the Sussexes are at the crossroads. What happens next?
They're at the crossroads.
Now, Kinsey Schofield and I discussed this the other night because we had a tip that this was about to happen. Take a look.
Meghan Markle not even hitting the top 300. We were told that they were about to take over Hollywood. Archwell Productions. They were going to be in front of the camera. They were going to be behind the camera. I will probably see my grandmother on the other side before I see Meet Me at the Lake come to fruition.
Meet Me at the Lake. Yeah. All right, then don't.
And so this is a pretty defeating moment for them, because what they wanted us to believe was that they didn't need the British royal family. They were going to move to Hollywood and be movers and shakers. They were friends with Tyler Perry, friends with Oprah. Remember Meghan walking that variety power of women red carpet, teasing some of their projects, sitting with other powerful women at that event. And what they have become is ultimately a punchline in Hollywood.
They're laughing stocks.
Right, and that's not what they want. I mean, this is got to sting.
So, Chloe, I've been saying for a long, long time that the story going forward with this pair of posers will be financial, and I think I've been proved right today. I mean, it is no great surprise that Netflix have pulled the plug on this massive $100 million deal that the Sussexes enjoyed, but the fact that it is now official still comes as a bit of a shock to all of us, but not so much of a shock as it does to the Sussexes, who, I'll tell you, will struggle now financially.
I mean, this is just completely and utterly humiliating. I don't know if they will struggle financially.
I think they will.
They might not be able to build another pool. I mean, hopefully Meghan can
they haven't got any money, you know,
flog enough jam, maybe 5 people will buy it, and that will help them pay the bills. But I mean, I feel like this is just a perfect example of karma. They got their karma for sticking 2 fingers up to the royal family, trying to throw their reputation under the bus. And I feel like everything they do now, they're desperately trying to get all these new deals, set up these new businesses. It just reeks of desperation, which is just so repulsive. And I know that they did well on the one series that they put out with Netflix, but I don't think that's because anyone really liked them. People just thought, oh, what's this hilarious?
They've been nasty.
Yeah, what's this hilarious television they put out? Let me take a look for an episode or two. But then people have quite rightly tuned out, because you've got to actually like Meghan Markle to sit there and watch her, say, put edible flowers on top of pasta for 10 hours plus. I mean, who wants to do that?
I mean, you've got to like Meghan. Does anyone out there? No, I didn't think so. But, you know, Chloe said that she doesn't think they'll struggle financially. I'll tell you, they will. As ever, isn't bringing in anything.
No, they're unemployable now. I mean, there's only one thing for her, and that's Megflix, isn't it? She's got to make her own. And, I mean, she could have shows like Harry's Doorbell Challenge, where he just goes around, rings people's doorbells, and if you answer with it. Or they could maybe do some
Deliver who? Who's Harry calling on now?
Well, we've
brings one
just
of us.
heard that the UK government is going to crack down on illegal migrants doing Deliveroo, Just Eat,
Well,
etc.
see, there's another-
So now there's a job opening for Harry.
A lot of jobs.
Well,
yeah.
he's proved his mettle in that
Maybe
area.
that's how he can pay the
But
bills.
it's hard to make a show that bad, isn't it? You think, how can it be that bad that it's 3,486? Harry's show. It makes me want to have a look at it.
Polo. I mean, I did endure a couple of episodes. I mean, there aren't really the words to say how bad it was. It was just a textbook lesson in how not to make a TV series. Just awful. And above everything, totally tedious. And as for With Love, Meghan, I mean, it's an old-fashioned claptrap. I mean, what is she, like 80 years old or something? It's just so ridiculous.
Trying to be.
Now, well, shall we?
New trad wife.
S. Ever was like, Leave It to Beaver. Like, Leave It to Beaver's mom in the kitchen cooking their lunch and stuff. It just looked like that. It reeked of that.
Yeah. But we've got a clip from the With Love, Meghan series. Let's have a look at it, shall we?
Let's watch it.
Welcome to my beautiful home. What do you mean it's not my fucking home? Every morning I pick beautiful flowers from my beautiful garden and I feed them to my beautiful children. So what if you haven't got a fucking garden? I haven't really got any children. I hate fucking bees. Get me out of this bee suit now. I've always loved taking something pretty ordinary and elevating it. You know, like my husband. It's so funny that people keep calling me Meghan Markle because it's Meghan Sussex now. It's Meghan fucking Sussex. Meghan fucking Sussex. Meghan fucking Sussex.
Well, she was having a bad hair day there.
She's a beautiful woman, though.
Yeah, yes. Do you know what's slightly disconcerting? You know, everybody knows.
Well, a lot of that was very
everybody knows I'm a bit of a narcissist, but in that I actually quite fancy myself.
You look quite good.
But so that's With Love, Meghan. They're going to impose on unsuspecting viewers another series in September. That's because they filmed two at the same time. It's an old trick.
And then she pretended, they've given me another series.
Exactly right. Yeah. She just sort of puts a spin on everything. Basically, she lies. Stuff. Yeah.
I've never heard of someone with so much audacity. I mean, he's just off the scale. Prolific liar, constantly insisting that she's the most likeable, successful person in the world, when everyone despises her. As I said before, everything she does just reeks of desperation. Nobody likes that. Everyone finds it so off-putting. She's just
no self-awareness.
Desperate to be famous. She's like, pick me, pick me,
Yeah.
pick
Like
me,
Harry
pick me,
knows
place to go.
They're a good match, actually.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Chloe. The defining characteristic of Meghan is this kind of all-consuming, overpowering ambition and self-obsession. And it's the only trait she really has. What she doesn't have is anything to back it up. She's got no talent in particular whatsoever. She's certainly no good. She's not a particularly good cook. She doesn't have any particular.
She can't go back to acting because she wasn't like a star. What is she gonna do? Play in another Suits? Like, who would want her on her show? Paramount them aren't knocking down her door. These production companies. Everybody's trying to figure out what they got next. They've hit the road pavement, and there's nowhere to go. They're already at the bottom, so are they going to go up? She can't act. That's one.
Good tips. I think she's a sort of so-so actress. That's about it. You can't become a billionaire, selling dried flowers. I'll tell you, as ever, that'll be the next thing that flops. There's no way that is making money. No way. $110 for 3 bottles of rubbish average rosé wine. I don't think so. Who's going to do it? Who's going to go, I could nip to the grocery store next door and buy a bottle of rosé wine for $8. Or
Ron used to think that Meghan could be successful because of the Duchess of Sussex and her notoriety. But no, Ron, look, she's hit the bottom of the pavement. Boom.
I could fill out a big form, go online. It's going to cost me $110, and then I'll wait 3 weeks.
You have to buy 4 kilos of dried flowers in like 8.
Well, we bought the dried flowers, and we bought the cookie mix and the scam jam over in America. By the way, you can't even buy it in every American state, let alone around the world. We in Britain can't buy it. You say the distribution is virtually non-existent.
Well, she keeps saying, we've sold out, but we know that she's just putting 5 up for sale.
Exactly.
And then probably her mum buys one, Harry buys one, and then a couple of videos. And then she goes, we sold out, it's so successful.
It's the illusion of desirability.
Yeah.
You keep your stocks low, you say in 10 minutes, you've sold out because everybody wants it, but you only have ever had 10 bottles to sell. So she's doing that. And even if any money will ever come in from as ever. It won't be yet. So now that they've lost their Netflix deal, Harry's doing the square root of sod all. You know, where's the money coming from? They've got a very, very expensive lifestyle. As I always say, they're low-level millionaires trying to live like billionaires, and that is a recipe for financial disaster. And
they're trying to live like billionaires. They're not trying to live like millionaires. They are over there in the Oprah sphere. They're over there next to Oprah Winfrey. They cannot afford that house that they're living in. They are in a world of trouble.
More and more, as you've indicated, Chloe, people are laughing at this couple. They have become a laughing stock. And we've seen Southport Park, of course, and Family Guy. They mocked the gruesome twosome once before. They've only gone and done it again. Check this out.
Brian, this is a terrible idea. We could change the course of history. You always say that, but doesn't history pretty much suck? I mean, the Crusades, Hitler, Prince Harry marrying Meghan Markle. Again? Oh, like all of your wives are so much better.
It's a lousy Harry impression, but we get the idea, don't we?
I think we all say the same, yeah.
Hitler and Harry and Meghan getting married, a comparison that they won't enjoy. But they are figures of fun now.
I heard they were going to do a twerking sort of comedy, weren't they, South Park again? So I look forward to that maybe, because that would be fun.
See, Meghan thinks that twerking video was a huge success and it was fantastic right before the launch of her new rosé. We were all watching it, taking the mickey out of her, laughing at her for looking like such a plonker. No one was looking at that going, oh, wow, what a cool lady working in the hospital.
Look, you've not been on this program before.
What? People were not running around saying, ooh, look at her twerk. She's got it going on. Get it, girl. We like that. No, it was the opposite reaction. Like, what are you doing? You look like an idiot. You're twerking. And it looked ghetto. There was no class, but trying to relate, trying her best to relate to people. That's her motto. How can I relate to these people? I know. Let's put out the twerking video. Maybe they'll like me then. No, you're never going to be liked because... So we're continuing with other coins today. What, Mac? You got to admit that she did lose her deal with Netflix and she has nothing. What is she going to do? I'm just curious on what's next. And people are predicting divorce, predicting maybe she'll go back to acting. Maybe she'll write another book. She's running out of options.
What just happened has an official policy as a program that Harry and Meghan don't have children, that they've pretended. But to be serious for a second, that twerking video is a very odd-looking thing. A lot of pregnant women, women who've been pregnant, they just say, you just don't look like that.
I mean, you couldn't do it when you were 9 months pregnant. You couldn't actually do that.
It's like she's got a double-decker bus hanging off the front of her, and it's all down to her knees, you know. So, you know, some people may think she was never pregnant at all, but I would put the case that potentially she'd already had the kid when they filmed that twerking video, because it's very, very odd. Let us know, folks, again, what you think about that twerking video, because it bears another discussion. It really does.
She always held the bump like as if the cushion was going to fall out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So twerk. Was that a real baby bump? Let's get that discussion going again. You know the policy of this show? They don't have children. They just pretend. Let's go to a bad ad.
When I get a serious craving for something I want to eat, I need some cheese, tomatoes and olives, and maybe even some meat. I need some pizza, 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 pizza. Every time I want that pizza, 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 I go to David's Pizza.
209-477-2677.
Pizza.
We're going to go to David's Pizza.
Yeah,
should we all go?
I'd have some.
Let's go to David's Pizza straight after the show. We'll look forward to it. I like the way he said, you know, I want some cheese and some meat. Get some meat on your pizza.
Just general meat.
Meat.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Any old meat.
An animal.
Put some meat on the pizza.
There's a Twitter account that monitors the level of activity at pizza shops near the Pentagon, so that they can figure out when there's a world crisis kicking off, because suddenly the number of pizza deliveries goes absolutely crazy.
They predicted it around, didn't they? The B-2 bomber thing, because it all went
all the pizza shops went crazy. So whenever World War III is starting, the pizza shops are like, yes, we're going to make our money today.
So she didn't get a contract renewal. That speaks volumes. Don't you think she should have got a renewal? They're in negotiations for right now for a new one. Okay, Mac, we will see. Keep hope alive. Exactly. They don't get the choices that they used to have before. I like Piers Morgan. I think he's right on the money when he talks about her.
All right with you two if we go to an ad break?
Go on then.
Let's go to an ad break.
Hope it stays peaceful.
Television anymore. So, there's a case to say that Colbert, is a victim of censorship, but there's also a case to say he's a victim of cold, hard economics. If you don't bring in the...
Did you hear that Colbert got kicked off his nightly show?
Bacon in the media, you don't survive. Here he is. Money anymore. James Corden, when he was at NBC, was losing $29-30 million a year. So these people are anachronisms. People don't sit down and watch late night chat shows on American television anymore. So there's a case to say that Colbert is a victim of censorship, but there's also a case to say he's a victim of cold hard economics. If you don't bring in the bacon in the media, you don't survive. Here he is.
I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings.
How dare you, sir? Would an untalented man be able to compose the following satirical witticism? Go yourself.
That wasn't very funny, was it, Chloe?
No, it wasn't funny at all.
That's the problem, isn't it?
And you see that with a lot of comedians these days who used to be really funny, and now
he told Trump to go F himself. Wow, people are just saying what they want to say nowadays. Freedom of speech, I guess. Go F yourself. Wow, kind of remind me of that maggot. Interesting.
or they just use their platform to say horrible things about politicians that they don't like.
You know what? God spare me from these liberal, multi-millionaire American comics banging on and on about Donald Trump. Get yourself a new bandwagon, you old bores.
If it goes well for them, like they'll say it's all down. I mean, if it goes bad, then it's down to Trump. But they're the epitome of mainstream TV, and it's all over for that. And this is—I never thought they were that funny. Anyway, when Letterman used to come on,
was funny.
Letterman was funny. Do that and go, oh, whatever he said. They're in such a happy mood.
Well, I think Letterman was fun. Letterman, and before him, of course, Johnny Carson. These were the doyens. Ever since then, tradition. Ever since then, as a genre, they've been sticking people onto those chairs that were once so distinguished by the brilliant Letterman and Johnny Carson, and they're just not really up to speed.
But also, it's the epitome of that is the epitome show of mainstream TV, and mainstream TV's dying, and that will die probably the first.
There isn't an audience for all this. They're all losing money anyway. Now here are all the liberal protesters going on about Donald Trump and Stephen Colbert outside the studio.
Some would describe your hair in as ghetto.
Honestly, I mean,
so
it's so boring, isn't it? So boring. All these American comedians, Trump, he's a fascist, he's terrible. Yeah.
And it's just not funny when they say that.
Oh, no, that's it. That's exactly.
People can have their own opinion about me, Mac. They can call me ghetto if they want to. If that's the way they feel about me, that's just their opinion, just like mine. But Meghan did look ghetto doing the twerking video and showing everybody. It was ghetto. I'm not a public figure. I can wear my nails. I can do my hair. I can, and I don't know what you mean by my hair is ghetto. That was rude. But I could see the nails, but my hair is ghetto? How is my hair ghetto? That was an insult. You were insulting me, Mac, on my hair because no one is calling my hair ghetto but you. And number two, I I like my nails. I don't care if people call my nails ghetto. Some people may think that, but who am I trying to impress? I'm being myself. Meghan has a prestigious platform that she has to uphold. Now, I don't know, maybe my nails will probably still be long. Yes, if I was a public figure, because it is me. But what you see is what you get. Meghan's trying to be something that she's not. I know it's not ghetto, Demon Dictator. Mac was being rude. You were being rude. That's what you were being. You were being rude about my hair. My hair is not ghetto, and I know it's not. It takes me 6 hours to get this ghetto fabulous. Are you talking about my hair? Not cool at all, Mac. You lost a lot of brownie points with me. A lot. It was disrespectful. Yeah. I'm not a public figure. I'm not running around talking about influencing people. Maybe my hair would be straight then. Maybe I would have short nails then. But I like my nails and I like my hair. And I don't think it's ghetto. I think it's me. My hair and my nails are a part of me. But dancing in the hospital, oochie coochieing on the floor with the baby in your belly kind of looks a little disturbing and nasty and ghetto. People have different opinions on things, and on other channels they have said it. Might not be insult, devil's advocate here. Not sure what you mean, Just Risa. On other channels have said what? About what? Exactly, but they're not public figures. These hundreds of women that you're talking about are not Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle has to uphold a certain decorum about herself, but she's not, because she's trying to relate to people. But that's not being relatable. It looked ghetto. It looked uncouth. It looked kind of sleazy, I might say, especially when she pulled up her dress and went down with it. And that should have been kept a private moment, but it wasn't. So it was ghetto. It was an insult, Just Risa. That was an insult to me. He insulted me. He insulted my hair. He called it ghetto. No one is calling my hair ghetto but Mac. Just Reza, I don't care what people say on other channels about my hair. They called it noodles. They called it Roman noodles. They said all kinds of things about my hair. But you know what? I like my hair. If I didn't, I wouldn't style it this way. Look at me touching it. But it's ghetto. No, I get compliments on my hair all the time, all day long, wherever I go. So I don't give a fuck who is talking about my hair on other channels. So what? I think they're jealous. I think they just want to have something to talk about. Let's give them something to talk about. It was insulting. Yeah, someone called me ghetto. First I'm classy. Now I'm ghetto. My hair is ghetto. They were specific. You are on YouTube. You are a public figure, and I lead with, I don't mean to offend. I don't consider myself a public figure. I consider myself as someone that comes on YouTube and explains who this girl is. I'm a content creator. I am not a stylist. I am not someone that is representing anything other than myself. This is my look. This is who I am. I'm not trying to be something that I'm not. But to say it's ghetto, I think that's people's personal opinion. And I also think it's rude and disrespectful. And you guys don't have to like my hair. You don't have to like it. And you can consider it whatever you want. But to tell me to my face that I'm ghetto is rude, because I am not trying to be something that I'm not. Meghan is trying to be something that she's not. She's trying to be relatable. I'm not twerking. You don't see me twerking in a hospital trying to give birth. But she did. And she looked ghetto. And Maggot's ghetto too. Her voice, the way she trashes people is ghetto. Yeah, text, comments, I don't care what it is. Hello, Lisa. You insinuated it. You put it in there. You said people would. Why would people call my hair ghetto unless they think it's ghetto? Nope, I took that as a dig, Mac. I didn't take that as you're not calling my hair ghetto. Sorry. It's too late. You said it. Nope, I didn't misunderstand it. I read it clearly. Calling my nails and my hair. People would call my hair and nails ghetto. I would call my hair and nails a trend. That's what I would call it, a new trend. No one has tie knots. That's what it's called, tie knots. My hair is called tie knots. It's this way of styling your hair and doing your hair. But let's move on. Hello, JBC. Welcome. I love my hair. I do too. And it's not ghetto. Well, you insinuated that people say my hair is ghetto. Who does? Who said that? No, it was rude. Yes, just call it what it is. Rude. You guys were being rude. Rude, talking about my hair on a slide. I don't care about them people, Mac. I don't care about that. I don't care about what people think. It's not going to make me change my hair. It's not going to make me change my nails because of what people think and feel about me and my hair. I just think it's rude. I thought it was rude. Yeah, and I don't consider myself a public figure. Even me on YouTube, I consider myself a content creator. I'm not out here to be a figure for anyone but myself. Hello, Electric Blue. Just Reza, do you really think I want to see someone call me ghetto and trash me? I know Maggot's minions do it all day long, but I ignore it. So why would I want to see that? And I don't want to see anybody trashing you either. Yeah, and let's move on. I don't know who that is. I'm me. I'm my own self. I am not someone else. Yeah, I get enough insults from maggot. Do I need any more? I hear you, the Mac. Sometimes the connection does not come across in typewritten form. If you had been yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get myself soft back on Mac because Mac is, yeah, I don't, insulting. That was insulting. Let's get back to the show.
Funny, there used to be good comedians. There were so many comedians who would just take the mick out of both sides, take the mick out of any politician, left and right, and now they just go for one side, and the jokes aren't even funny
Well,
anymore.
wokery has killed comedy, hasn't it?
No wonder nobody is watching it. Yes, it is the case that we don't have. We have more than a few TV channels now, and there's so much choice that viewers are spread very widely. It's very difficult to make money on a show that's burning millions and millions. But it's also the fact that they're just not funny anymore.
Because they're not allowed to because of wokery, are they?
Well, they're on a soapbox. This guy just bangs on and on about how awful Donald Trump is. I mean, it's not exactly the height of originality, is it?
Especially when all the population, a lot of them voted for Trump. They're really not in tune with their audience.
I mean, he doesn't look very funny, does he? He looks like a bank manager or something.
Burning
But yeah, 60% of Americans apparently watch all of their television on YouTube.
Exactly.
You can get what's just happened on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
That's why we have a lot of viewers over in the States.
And that's on the rise, man. That's on the rise.
We're very pleased to have our American viewers and our Australian viewers and our Canadian viewers.
Good day, howdy
and do you know
doody.
also, Chloe, we have quite a big number of viewers. We have no idea why in Latvia.
Oh, wow.
So all over
Particularly
New Zealand, we get quite a few messages from New Zealand. This is a global show, folks.
What is that?
But seriously.
Topical. What's a post approval? Exactly. It was a rude and disrespectful comment. It didn't make me feel good. It definitely didn't, calling me ghetto. Whoever's calling me ghetto and whatever because of my hair and being specific about it too, because of your hair and your nails. I don't consider my hair and nails ghetto, okay? Let's get that straight. Yeah, I need a minute, Mac.
That is the wonder of YouTube. It's international, it's global. And frankly, Stephen Colbert and his mates, all his American comedian anti-Trump buddies, they're parochial now. They're parochial, and they are the last of their species.
Dinosaurs.
They're the last of their species. These shows, I mean, it's a shame in a way, don't get me wrong, a lot of people still enjoy them. But you know, Colbert gets about... Colbert.
Yeah.
He gets about 2.
Okay, I got a couple of more, and then I'm gonna let you lovely people go. We've been talking about, I'm gonna change the title. Okay, let's see this.
She was a fraud, what I can see from the beginning, who was just
She's a
using
fraud.
opportunities to advance herself.
This week, maybe the 7 days where Meghan Markle and Prince Harry officially become connected to one word: sucks. They suck. And that may sound harsh, but when you actually start looking at everything that has gone wrong, at the way they've botched their reconciliation with the royal family, at the way they've botched their commercial deals,
after Megxit, specifically Netflix and Spotify, where they were branded effing grifters. The way that they have botched their rollout of their products, the way their brand is all over the place. I do think it's fair. Now, we're going to get into all of this with Prince Harry's biographer, Angela Levin, in just one moment. But first, where did this come from? Well, Meghan Markle is a fraud who is milking her fame for Prince Harry to sucker people into buying her products. A leading US brand expert has claimed. And this isn't a royal commentator, which makes this so much more fascinating. No, it's the host of the Art of the Brand podcast, Canadian lawyer Philip Miller, and the California marketing executive Neil Moore. And I would argue their critique of particularly the Duchess of Sussex is the most brutal I've ever heard, but also the most fair. And just think about where Meghan has failed. Right? The Bench was a flop. The Netflix documentary was a flop. The Disney narration was a flop. The podcast was a flop. The Netflix series was a flop. The podcast interviews were a flop. As Ever has been a flop. Instagram has been a flop. Bought Awards have been a flop too. So let's have a look at why exactly these two experts believe that she is.
Now, what is ghetto is that I'm missing 2 nails. That's
Meghan
ghetto.
Markle was in the headlines once again for really probably having the worst brand execution to date.
There was nothing about her brand that was good from the start to a distinguishing eye. She was a fraud, what I can see from the beginning, who was just using opportunities to advance herself. Her brand wasn't even built on substance. It was based on using people, and this is no surprise to me.
Using people.
As Brittany from the Royal News Network pointed out, seems like this is a fantastic discussion between marketing and branding experts.
It does sound good.
Sucks. I've said much the same, and it's always good to see the professionals agree. No one except Shills thinks As Ever is anything other than a mess. And really, when you listen to the Art of the Brand, what they do is expose Meghan's fraud, and it specifically is around this whole concept of both the white label products and also how Netflix are really the people in charge. Watch.
There wasn't like an abundance of people looking to buy jam from Meghan Markle. And it comes out that it actually was, she's had zero ownership in this business. It's effectively like she's just like labeling her brand. And she did this with Netflix. What Netflix is doing now is they actually have a product department. So when they're launching documentaries or movies or shows with certain people, they now have the full marketing arm. So she up until the launch didn't have one employee. She's now made the headline that she's like hired this like COO, but she had no one on her team. It was an entire, like, basically she just got like paid. And the whole idea was
That's not because they all hated her and quit. Is that why she said that?
No, it was a deal that she signed on for, was to be only selling products.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is this is so poorly done because there's no passion in it. It was literally like sign the dotted line for this add-on at the end of the show that you're going to get. And you're going to basically be guaranteed to sell products to like increase revenue for you. She signed the dotted line.
And we all know that. And it's all obvious. And we've been saying for months, and that's why her PR strategy has failed. Because you can say whatever you like, but the proof is in the pudding. There was more.
It's like free PR and then absolutely shitting the bed on it.
Let me be clear. I love ragging on people. We got to be careful of that term. I mean, shitting on people who suck. Meghan Markle sucks, as far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion. What I can see happening is people who consider themselves smart because nobody ever questions them are running this business and telling her to use a playbook that works for products where scarcity matters.
Yeah.
Confectionery scarcity doesn't matter, right? It's a nice to have. It's kind of like having a potpourri in your house of some sort. Like it's not, but you can just see, kind of a confederacy of dunces working on this platform that is just maximizing the value from her fame that came from Suits and being a part of the royal family. And they're just milking that for everything they can. They're not executing anything well on any show, on anything. That shows how gullible a lot of consumers are.
So Angela Levin, look, they've said much more than Meghan Markle sucked. Okay, they have really backed it up. But I think this is going to be a verdict that sticks because these are the experts. And so it doesn't matter what Meghan Markle tells Tina Knowles. The experts are saying this is dire.
This is.
I think it's fascinating what those two say because I think most of us have been very careful about what we say because you get the thing that we're racist or you get people sort of threatening to kill you, all those things. So you hold quite a bit in. But these people, which is their jobs to watch at how people deal with food and things, they feel open about saying something, although they might get all sorts of nasty letters now because it's only just come out. But I think they're absolutely spot on and they have a lot of experience. And so to call somebody like that, I mean, we have seen that Meghan is actually got Harry because it's really helped her become well known and to be rich. She's disappointed that he's not rich enough, but that's why I don't know that the Queen said she never felt that Meghan actually loved Harry. and that's what upset her very much. But she's
Thank
used
you,
him,
Bird.
and I think that's why she's still hanging on there. That she's
Sorry
one minute
about
she's
that.
kissing him in front of everybody, and the next minute she's sending out of the way for
prayers
weeks
your
or I don't
way.
know how long. And it's just what suits her. But I think, well, obviously the Queen is right because she's very clever about these things. She had a very sensible
That's not
attitude.
good. Walking
And
pneumonia.
so, I don't know what happens next, but
how
she's
old
not
is the
popular.
baby?
She's not.
Bird?
People just don't like her. And that's it. So if he says that she sucks, he's got a very good reason to say so.
Yes, indeed. And they really did back up what they were saying, Angela, because you remember that there was this time where Meghan Markle was in talks with Flamingo Estate, which is a very successful American brand, which Meghan then clearly just tried to copy and do
Yes,
herself.
yeah.
And their argument is actually, no, that's exactly what she should have done. Watch this. If you're enjoying what we're doing here on Outspoken, please consider joining our thriving community over on Substack, www.outspoken.live. You can sign up, complete your email address, and sign up today.
Do a collab line with Flamingo Estate and just launch a Meghan Markle product. Basically, was about to go into very far in talks with investing in them, and then decided to not.
That would have made some sense to me.
Way more sense. Then she launches American Orchard Riviera, rips off the logo almost identically,
and similar type of name,
and then basically rebrands to As Ever, which both names to me, no meaning, no personality, not connected to anything. It takes a lot of work to do a good brand launch. And a lot of people are delusional, including people at the top, for that they can make a lot of money just because they're famous or just because they have followers. And it's not the case.
Yeah, it's short term versus long term. There's an ego-centric approach to it that if you achieve some level of celebrity, you think you can build a brand.
I think that's absolutely fascinating, and it is one of the absolute problems, isn't it, Angela?
Yeah, that's absolutely fascinating because he jumps on it. If you've got an ego, it doesn't mean you're going to do very well. It doesn't at all. And Meghan has got a huge ego.
Yeah.
So she thinks she's the most important one. And that's why she's sort of sacked people or actually thinks it's always her who is the important one. And remember that she said that she won't let anybody put anything in the oven unless she has a look at it and she stirs it and she does this, that, several different things that she does. But that doesn't prove that she's actually doing something that's going to be tasty or people will enjoy. It just shows that she needs to be part of it, even though it doesn't mean anything, because she is the number one and she's got it all wrong.
She's number one.
Well, indeed. And Angela, they also believe that she does deserve this criticism. Watch this.
Agitated by her so much because it's a deliberate misrepresentation of what she is, because she thinks she can pretend to be that while actually being this, and sucker people into buying her stuff, and every step of the way she's failing because it's not legitimate, it's not intelligent, it's not well executed.
Well, the question is should her brand have been more American versus, because it's kind of more like British,
it's ridiculous.
And I mean, it is ridiculous, Angela, but I love them making that point too, because it's
her As Ever brand looked like it was like a British set. It's like she's trying to be something that she's not. Like the whole As Ever theme with the little palm tree, trying to be royal. Remember the Orchard Riviera the logo was all royal looking. Like she's trying to make everything look like she's from Great Britain and cooking and stuff. Like she's from Great Britain and she's not. She's making a fool out of herself.
You're meant to hate the royal family. You're meant to hate everything about Britain, right? And the United Kingdom. You've gone on Netflix, you've called us all racist, but yet your brand is totally tapping in to the sort of British quirks. And we can see that because you're also copying everything that Charles and the royal family have done with their brands and their jams.
Exactly.
Yeah. But remember that she had a few clothes and one had a little William in his pajamas, which I think Catherine and William were furious about. And she also had a dress that was worn by, and that also she was furious about that. You can't use other people's children if you actually hate where they are, and you hate them or feel jealous of them, living long way away and actually trying to earn money because you've got a link with being a royal. It's a nonsense, isn't it? She's too many things. Anyway, she does so many things. She's coming up with something about clothes, isn't she, soon? She doesn't actually bother. It's all one after the other, one after the other. She's written a book. She's going to do something else, I think, and you're not being anyone or anything. And so people find it and don't want to be with you. It's very interesting, isn't it? Because it's what she gives off.
Prayer
people
for Dudu Bird's daughter, that we pray that she does have a full recovery from her walking pneumonia. Prayers for strength and healing, and that God would keep her in his loving care. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Diane, thank you for that. Thank you so much. I'm going to put a star by that. Obviously, Meg nor many others have watched any British cooking shows. So, Debbie, you're trying to say that she didn't do a good job doing a British cooking show. She's trying to be like this modern. It's really weird. She is living in a fantasy world. I like Angela Levin.
Feel about her, and they don't feel she's doing anything. And those two have got a very good mind, I think, and they're not doing it on purpose. They're doing it because that's exactly what they see. They've taken it to bits and actually finding that she's really not a nice person, or that she sucks.
That just sucks, exactly. What also sucks, Angela, seems to be her wine. Palace Confidential, the Daily Mail royal show, did a taste test. Now, a couple of things about this. It made me think, have they been given the wine, the products, by Meghan's team? Because, of course, Meghan's team were over, as we know. And did that mean that Charlotte Griffiths, who is now the new Omid Scobie,
they're going to try the wine. Let's see how it tastes.
She's like the new Omid Scobie. And of course, she was positive, or at least not negative, about this wine during the taste test. But Richard Eden, he couldn't help himself. Watch this.
Has found its way here too for the panel to enjoy. We've also got a few of other Meghan's as ever products. Richard, give it a go. Tell us what you think. Fruit, scent, flavour.
Oh,
Richard, what a face!
It's sweet at first, but with a bitter aftertaste.
Now, Richard, I don't know what you could be talking about.
Genuinely, it does have quite an unpleasant aftertaste.
Charlotte, it's quite strong, isn't it? It's 14.5%, which is quite a lot for a rosé.
Yeah.
What could you see yourself drinking this on a picnic?
Well, do you know, I don't actually drink, so I will have one sip and be completely sloshed because I've got no tolerance left, and it's 14%. So I'm going to try some. Oh God, I've missed that.
14.5%.
Again. It's been about 5 years. That is strong and fine. It's fine.
And what did you make of the taste test?
Well, I thought it was very funny. She didn't want to do it, did she? And particularly difficult if she actually doesn't drink. But she was going to like it because she's standing up for them, regardless. And the others didn't have that obligation. But I think as well, what annoyed me was that she packaged 3 bottles in a box. You can't buy one; you have to buy 3. And it went to 2 of my favourite women. And that was on Camilla's birthday. And I thought, that's very odd. It doesn't suit her to have done that. But it didn't. It wasn't for her at all. It was for 2 of her friends. But I thought that the way she did it so that it would arrive at their friends with perhaps Camilla wondering what it was all like. But Camilla's got a very careful taste. Her father taught her all about wine, and then she taught herself a bit more about wine and alcohol. And she enjoys it very much. So she's quite a connoisseur about that. So I think she might not have liked that either.
Joining me now, Sky News contributor Louise Roberts, and all the way from Italy, no doubt on holiday, commentator Samara Gill. Now, Samara, let's call it perhaps a misalignment of expectations between the Princess Royal and Prince William. It's rather interesting. Is there going to be some sort of change of strategy, do you think?
Look, I don't know about a change of strategy when that side is really coming from William. I mean, insiders are obviously, as you said, claiming that William isn't stepping up to do more of those bread and butter engagements. And coming from the hardest working royal, that's got to hurt when that sort of sentiment does come from that direction. But I think controversially, Anne is not in the right here. I do think, yes, she is the hardest working royal, but William really needs to focus on being future focused and not frantic. He needs to prepare for the long game. He needs to strategize for a modern monarchy, and he can't just perform these bread and butter rituals. We're also forgetting this man has a family that he needs to take care of. Anne is in a very different stage of her life.
Okay,
the princess obviously works hard, but that is her job, and she's always towed the line for them. I think we need to cut William some slack. He's got his father who's still going through treatments, his wife who has had a hell of a year last year, and his focus has really been the kids from what I hear from sources. So I really think that he needs to focus on quality, not quantity, and I'm actually liking this new strategy that he's implemented.
Yeah, fair enough. And Louise, look, we know the royal family is modernising and leaning. Does it mean maybe there's just less of the things that they've done before?
Look, maybe, and I think Prince William is very hardworking as well as his Princess Anne. So I don't really think there's any sort of suggestion that he's slacking off at all. But I do think the bread and butter events are very important, because the monarchy only survives if the royals are out there meeting ordinary people and sort of reaffirming why the monarchy should still exist, rather than being some sort of archaic institution. But I mean, Samara's right. He does have a young family, and he's had a lot of personal issues to deal with. Not the least, of course, the feud with his younger brother. So, but in a way, I think Anne is trying to gently suggest to him that yes, you do have your own causes, sort of environmentalism and mental health and things like that. But at the end of the day, people need to see you out and about perhaps a bit more. But how he would be able to balance that, I'm not really sure, given the demands on his time already.
Yeah, correct. Huge demands. Now, Louise just alluded to it, Samara, but a bit more this week on the attempts to mend the royal rift. What's the update, and what are the sticking points?
I mean, the update is that reports are saying King Charles is cautious and wary of Prince Harry's attempts to reconcile. Now, I don't blame the king. I mean, that's a nice way of putting it for the hell that man has been put through by Harry and Meghan. I mean, obviously, Harry has invited the king to the 2027 Invictus Games, but the monarch still really does remain skeptical of his motives, and I can only imagine why. I mean, this comes on the week that Netflix has cancelled their massive 100 and he's coming back cup in hand to the king and wanting reconciliation. And as Dickie Arbiter said, who was the former press secretary of Queen Elizabeth II, he said Harry needs to actually apologise before he can even think of reconciling with the king. And that's what's missing here, an apology. And I don't think that Harry, with his victim complex, is going to come out with one anytime soon.
No.
Well, you think that would be the first port of call, and on that, Louise, like Samara said, there is news this week that it looks like the Sussexes Netflix deal is not going to be renewed. So what do we know in and around that? Is that actually confirmed? Are you surprised? But again, the way that feeds back into Harry's relationship with the royal family on the other side of the pond.
Well, that's right. So, yes, by September, that $100 million deal is no more. It will expire. It will not be renewed. And it's no surprise, because the value of Meghan and Harry is their proximity to the royal family. Wow. And once they'd exhausted that tell-all whinge fest, the global whinge fest they were on, their value plummeted. Although I think Netflix obviously played their cards well by getting to do that original series, which broke all streaming records, the most successful streaming docuseries of all time, apparently. But they were foolish to allow the two of them to then do their own series, which, of course, has not really played out well, of course, particularly Harry's Polo series, which I believe saw viewing figures of about 500,000 people, which is absolutely appalling. Now, if they want to do more TV production, they'll have to do it away from Netflix. They'll have to find their own production house, which will be very expensive.
They
but
have to
Netflix,
find their own
again, have been very
production.
canny here, because they've agreed to a first look deal, which I believe means if Harry and Meghan do actually produce something else worth watching, they'll get first dibs on it.
Yeah, fair enough. Samara, have you got anything you'd like to add to that?
It's not likely that Harry and Meghan will produce anything worth looking at. I mean, it's disastrous numbers for the viewing figures of their shows that weren't about them whinging about their victim story and how badly the royal family treated them, which a lot of that has come out just simply wasn't even true. I don't think there's a future here. And I think the one issue that Harry and Meghan are going to have in the nearby future is money. I think that their lifestyle is extremely, extremely expensive. And with these deals very quickly drying up, I don't know. There's not that many pots of jam you can sell to fund that lifestyle.
Rob Kardashian explains why he can't be part of the family anymore. Kim Kardashian is struggling with single life and can't find a man that wants her. Kylie Jenner can't catch a break from her boyfriend's family. And Kris Jenner is about to join.
Okay, I want to do a little bit of pop culture really quick. And then we're going to end with Meghan, a small parody from Meghan. So Meghan's running out of money. low on funds. And entertainment news. All right, so this is Kris Jenner. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys know Kris Jenner, and then we're going to flip back over to Meghan in just a second. But put a 1 in the chat if you know Kris Jenner, and she's married to Corey Campbell, I believe, the same guy that knows P. Diddy. Salone knows the amazing. Hello, the amazing. Hello, welcome. It's nice to have you. Google New York Post Markle's taste test. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, right here. Here we go. I think this is what you're referring to. I don't know if I can play their music. I got copyrighted yesterday. Is this it?
It has this like curd, like lemon curd, like high note that I'm getting on the finish.
I think it tastes like the current.
Okay, they're reviewing other
I don't know.
people's wines.
It doesn't have like the freshness. Doesn't have the pop to me. It's
And just the acid is left. Sort of.
No in a good way. I feel that the long finish is not like taking me places. I don't know.
It's a weird aftertaste, I think.
Yeah. But you definitely feel that the acid levels on it are like really high.
Sorry to whoever we're speaking about right now.
I mean, I don't hate it. I'll drink. But you definitely feel that the acid levels on it. The long finish is not like...
It's...
And just the acid is left. Curd, like high note food.
Yeah, I'm trying to compare it.
This one maybe a Pinot Grigio, like an easy crushable approach.
I mean, I keep it on the $15 range. I keep it on the $15 range.
This is more of like a Sauvignon Blanc drinker's Pinot Grigio for me. Like the first one, maybe a Pinot Grigio, like an easy, crushable, approachable. This one's like a little bit more acid, maybe needs food.
Yeah, I'm trying to compare it with the world to see which one.
It has this like curd, like lemon curd, like high note that I'm getting on the finish.
I think it tastes like the current vintage. It tastes like, I don't know, it doesn't have like the freshness, doesn't have the pop to me. It's...
And just the acid is left. Sort of.
Not in a good way. I feel that the long finish is not like taking me places. I don't know.
It's a weird aftertaste, I think.
Yeah. But you definitely.
Yeah.
4 is Hampton Water and 5 is Miracle. That's my guess.
I think I'm pretty similar on that. Do you have any that you would want to change?
I was just gonna say number 3 is probably. I don't know.
Oh, Hampton Water 4. Okay.
4. Oh yeah, we said that. Oh, 4.
Yeah, we agreed on that.
Said it. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are the last two left. Cameron Diaz's and Meghan.
No way is Meghan for number 3.
Meghan Markle's. Number 3.
Wow.
Wow. Good for her.
Is that number
I had a
3 or
feeling
number 4?
California has that like.
Well, look at the logo. It had that coconut.
Well, it looks like they.
Oh, does it?
And I said it's very
3.
coconutty.
Oh, palm tree. Yeah.
You tasted those notes of the coconut. Wow.
She did good with the labels. Good for her.
So Aveline was number 5.
It was, yeah.
And then SJP was number 2, and Miracle was number 1. Oh no! Don't show that to SJP. She definitely reads the miracles.
You guys don't say anything bad about her stuff.
Where is it so much? I did not, Vega.
Okay, well,
You can cut that out.
It's more fragrant than I had the other one.
Well, it's impossible to smell it. Yeah, those cups. No offense.
Oh yeah, it's yummy.
It's like notes of cognac, doesn't it?
Cognac.
Don't you get that?
Yeah, I do. It's
like that vanilla, like
Yeah. Like baking.
butterscotch kind of.
hmm
I'd be a little surprised if there wasn't coke on this wine. That's a lot.
Yep, that's a lot for rosé. Yep,
Yeah, what is it?
14 got. And it's within 1%, so
Good.
it could be more than that. Yeah, it could be.
If you're drinking this by the pool, make sure there's a lifeguard.
Right.
Okay, that was a taste test on Meghan's wine. They seem to think she came in.
Meghan Markle is going through it. And when I say going through it, I mean the kind of mess that makes Buckingham Palace look like a calm tea party. This time, the storm isn't just about royal titles, tiaras, or tabloid tantrums. Oh, no. The mess has landed squarely in Hollywood, and it's...
Okay. Da 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 da. Let's see here, guys. Okay, we're moving on to Kris Jenner. Kris Jenner and Corey look like they're having some issues. Amazing. You have a channel? Is your channel The Amazing Michael? You don't care for the Kardashians, DD. Take care, Doodoo Bird. I hope she has a speedy recovery too, Doodoo Bird, if you're leaving. Oh, wow. Oh, I see. You were going to release a sex tape. Okay. Let's see what's going on.
Kim and be back out on the market because Corey Gamble is tired of being treated like trash. So let's get into it.
He's tired of being treated like trash. How is he being treated like trash?
Poor Rob Kardashian is speaking out for the first time, admitting that he is not comfortable in his own skin and that he avoids being seen, which actually checks out because we rarely see pictures of Robert Kardashian nowadays. But he recently went onto Khloe's podcast, Wonderland, and spoke for the first time in about a decade.
I don't want to be filming and putting myself in a position where I'm not comfortable. Like, I'm not comfortable in my skin. So why would I want to go be on camera and just be vulnerable?
It is interesting because all his sisters have been able to morph, like have these surgeries to become comfortable with themselves on camera, but he can't go get like a BBL and some lip filler and fix his case. I mean, and also Rob is a very handsome guy. He's just struggled with a little bit of ways. You know, a lot of people like that. They actually prefer like a little extra.
Like people in when I'm not, that's not what I want to do.
Well, I will say just you saying that is very vulnerable. And I think people will respect that.
That's just how.
Okay, the shot with the popcorn that we just saw, like, do you guys even think she eats this popcorn?
I'm not going to just put myself out there if I'm not comfortable with myself. I haven't been comfortable with myself in years. And also filming and doing all that, just it's not for everybody. So
No, it's not.
and I choose my own happiness and like peace rather than
Better talk about it.
for
I'm glad he has picked his own happiness and peace, because it seems like their life before, like, it was not consumed with filming, and then it has become, and now everything is being filmed. Even this like kind of real conversation that he's having with Chloe, it's being filmed. Like, does this stuff happen when there's not cameras around?
somebody who doesn't do anything for me in my personal life. So
You better talk about it.
Now, the comment section is a little bit messy. This person writes, he's like in his 30s with a kid. When is he going to reclaim his life and his own narrative? I get the pressure of his family, blah, 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 but girls, stand up in adulthood. You can start again on your own terms. This person writes, he literally has enough money to hire a chef, nutritionist, personal trainer to get fit. I understand the first few years, but this has been a decade. Rich people really don't know how to use their money sometimes. Another person writes, it doesn't take 10 years. He's recovering at home after substance use. Now, we did have that rumor about a year ago that he was in the hospital because of an OD. Again, that was just a rumor, but I remember that. I don't know if he's using drugs. I mean, I honestly think that he is obsessed with his daughter and wants the best for her. Rob said that he's not against possibly filming in the future, but it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. As for Rob's sister, Kimberly, I feel like she might be a little bit lonely right now. She's been single for quite some time. I mean, Pete Davidson was really the last boyfriend I remember her with. And now Pete has a whole like fiance and a baby on the way. He's living his life. And Kim Kardashian is over here at the Bezos wedding trying to get attention from everyone, especially Tom Brady, but not getting it. Actually, Tom Brady was recently spotted with Sofia Vergara, so I don't think Kim Kardashian has a chance. Kim was linked to Tom Brady back in May 2023, but it seems like they split. Insiders revealed that Kim hoped to reconnect with Tom Brady at the Bezos wedding, but things did not go according to plan. Kim wasn't exactly subtle about liking Tom. They had flirty moments and plenty of run-ins, and Kim thought that something would happen, but her spell is starting to linger off. Like a new supreme is rising, and her powers, she doesn't have it anymore. And supposedly his recent outing with Sophia stung her even more. Being rejected by Tom Brady has been a massive blow to Kim's self-esteem. Tom checked all of her boxes. He's polished, high profile, attractive. He's rich. She really thought that he could be the one. So to see him pursue someone else hit a nerve. I do believe that Kim was linked to Odell Beckham Jr. after Pete Davidson. They never really made anything official, but there were rumors for a long time. And since then, she's been really single. Like an assistant. Well, I thought you were an assistant. Supposedly these two racist and terrible, but maybe Kris and Kim can be lonely together because Kris Jenner might be single soon because Corey Campbell is tired of being treated like an assistant. Well, I thought you were an assistant. Supposedly these two hit a breaking point at the Bezos wedding. It sounds like the Bezos wedding was a downfall for a lot of people. We saw Kris Jenner bossing her boyfriend around at the wedding, and it does seem like he's definitely more of a handler and assistant. I guess now maybe he's been demoted from a handler to an assistant, and that's why she's bitching at him to do everything for her. Quote, he's sick of being treated like a glorified assistant hired to do Kris's bidding and smooth out tricky situations, which Kris seems to run into on a daily basis. So it looks like not only is he an assistant, but he's like a henchman. He like do and fix her problems or issues, handle them for her, which sounds like that's what he did for Diddy, right? When they killed Kim Porter. Oh, God, let's not go down that path right now.
This probably won't come as a surprise for most people, but Kris Jenner allegedly thinks she is too important to have anyone talk directly to her. So she has Corey Gamble do the talking for her, and everyone basically thinks that he is her puppet. The two recently attended Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos' wedding in Venice this past weekend, and there were rumors of tension between the two. So the momager doesn't talk directly to people because she thinks she is too important for that. All it does is make her boyfriend seem like her puppet. Anything for the almighty dollar, I guess.
Corey feels like he's in a no-win situation where he can never satisfy Kris Jenner. She always wants more, and he's tired of the constant emasculation. Corey's also upset that Kris has reduced his monthly allowance. That was a low blow. He feels like he deserves a raise for putting up with Kris's nonsense. There's no doubt that Corey will be walking unless things change soon. Let me give you guys an update on Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, because right now they've been in a tricky space. He's working on Dune 3, she's traveling Europe, and it seems like his sister Pauline, who's also a popular actress, recently threw some shade. This isn't the first time we've heard Pauline talk badly about billionaires and Kylie Jenner, and I love the shade coming from Pauline. It seems like it's just out of nowhere. She must really bother her. Of course, we all know Kylie has Kylie Cosmetics, which released a new blush this summer, but it turned...
All right, that's it with that. I think Corey's getting anxious, I guess, and he doesn't want to be treated like a servant. That's his wife. Kris and him are married. Interesting. I thought it was going to be more juice than that. I thought he had got kicked out the house or something stupid. Okay, our last video is going to be Family Guy brutal takedown. Is okay, yeah, we did. She's a fraud. Okay, so this is South Park. Ron sent it to us earlier today, and I emailed it to myself. So we're gonna watch the South Park one. I think we're done with Meghan. I think this is what GC was trying to get me to do yesterday.
The new series of South Park started, and Trump's in it. And I thought you'd get a laugh out of this. You've been doing your stupid memes and fucking around.
Where'd it go? Can you guys see it? Okay, hold on one sec.
The new series of South Park
Can you
started,
see that?
and
No.
Trump's in it. And I thought you'd get a laugh out of this.
Okay, hold on.
You've been doing your stupid memes and just fucking around.
Okay, you can't see it. Hold on. Hold on.
The new series of South Park started, and Trump's in it.
Let me try one more thing, guys. Stop cheering. Let me try this real quick. No, I don't see it. Okay, let me know if you guys can hear this. Okay. I can't show it. I just tried to do it again, but I'm not able to show it. So I guess that's that with that. Let's go through the chat. Sorry, guys, I was not able to show you that last video that I want to show you of Donald Trump and the parody that South Park did. You just had a major facelift. Never been introduced to that degenerate family, says Stallone. You said put a 1 if you know who Kris Jenner is. Great. Yes, I did. Thank you, Diane, for reminding me. The amazing Michael Stallone. They are the example of what reality can do to people. This is when reality became the norm. I would wish that Meghan would do a live, definitely do a reality show. That would be great. Yeah, they made a lot of money. They did. No talent there. And all Harry knows how to do. Oh, you're talking about the Kardashians, no talent. No, there's not talent, but they are interesting. Oh, they seem to worship Salome. Never I discovered we all can be reality stars. Yes, we can. I think I would love to see Meghan as a reality star. That would be great. Wow. I want to see your channel. Let me go to your channel and pull it up. And what do you talk about on your channel? The amazing. Oh, I see you. You got 700 subscribers. I'm going to subscribe. So I'm a new subscriber now. Okay. Amazing. Can I show your page? Can I show your page? Yeah, Dee Dee. Yep. That's what was told. She linked it. Your channel sucks. You just did a video 21 hours ago. No one watches it. Am I so funny and modest? Can we watch it now? Used her, Kris Jenner, children to make money in not a good way. That's for sure, says Diane. Dee Dee, you're not old for starting in ugly starters, and ugly is only from within. I like that, Dee Dee. Oh, really, Mac? Charlotte says she can't stand that H&M constantly refer to each other as my wife and my husband. Said it drives her crazy. Why? What is she supposed to refer? What are they supposed to refer themselves to? I'm in the chat, guys. Yeah, it was, but I wasn't able to show it, unfortunately. Amazing. I wasn't able to show the Trump parody. It wouldn't come through. Okay. And just hearing it is not that great. Oh, thank you, Dee Dee. You are special and welcome. I am shocked how people just do not see it. If it quacks like a duck, it is a duck. The duck is quacking. Yes, 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 Dee Dee. That's right, Salome. It will fool you. Bye, Diane. Have a nice day. We're wrapping it up, guys, as well. Okay, so I did just show your page. Let's show Amazing's page real quick before we go. This was his last live just did.
I got it.
Can't hear.
Please, please, subscribe, please. So I decided I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. You're going to see me do characters. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be an actor. Authentic. I don't know about that. I'm going to sing me a song, sweet music band.
Okay, Demon Dictator. See you later, lovely.
I'm not a singer.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm about to shut it down. If you want to go watch Ron,
but I had to.
Ron's gonna do another show on
Nobody seems to like me as being Michael. Michael being Michael.
on Trevor.
These videos weren't being seen. The shorts are. I'm still gonna leave those shorts the way I am. But you know, every time I come on here, I'm gonna be a character. But Michael, you are a character.
Charlotte just hates
now
the
I'm mad
fact
as
that
hell.
Harry loves
mad as
Meghan
hell, old man.
and not someone like her.
Hey, I tried giving it a go.
Just that
I did.
simple.
This is my last chance, my last opportunity. I'm not going to
Who's
delete
Charlotte?
the channel, no way, no hell. But I will keep my reputation. Changing my name 1,000,000 times. And then I remember, holy crap, how is anybody ever going to find you? This is going to have to be the last time I change this name. Because you know what? No one's going to find me. And those who found me and say, I don't like you. Okay, go.
It's interesting, Amazing. You have 600 something followers. You're not doing too bad. All right, guys, let's shut it down. Ron does have a live starting at 4. If you guys want to go check that out, go support Ron. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day or afternoon. And I may see you on later on tonight. Probably not, because I don't have anything else going on with Meghan at the moment. Just that she's failing hard on her face. And we're just wondering what she's going to do next. Are they going to be able to pull themselves out of this? Are they going to downsize? Are they going to make it work? Interesting. Yeah, Dee Dee, amazing. Yeah, go check his channel out. I subscribe to the Amazing Michael. Why don't you put your link in the chat? Here, I'll do it. Here's Amazing's link to his chat if you want to check him out. You're welcome. I love you guys. Have a wonderful one. Go check out Amazing. Have a great afternoon or day.